right back, Charlie.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on.
You always use that active and that defending. I think it's like. You always use that active and that defending. I think it's like. You always use that active and that defending. I think it's like. You always use that active and that defending. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on.
Technical difficulties there, people, but we're back. People deluded, I'm back again. Well, the end of the season for some domestic leagues where European football's concerned, people, this is our first of three, obviously, UEFA European Cup competitions. Sevilla against Roma, Jose Mourinho against, with the greatest of respect to the players playing Sevilla. When you think of Europa League, you think of Sevilla. When you think of Cup finals, you think of Jose Mourinho. So, again, it's going to be an interesting game. I mean, Jose Mourinho comes out the Undertaker. I could be wrong, but I'm sure he's never lost a cup final. Pardon me. And he was actually in top four midweek as well, speaking about how, he's won all of these finals and Spurs were the only ones to sack him a week before such. So it should be an interesting game. I actually don't know who's the favourite. So big up DJ. I can't lie, I've missed the live streams and FM. Manny, big up yourself. The content is still alive and breathing on YouTube. Obviously, today's been a bit mad, so I couldn't stream FM. We go again on Friday. Make sure you got your Twitch alerts on, though, man. And when there's things to live stream, we'll live stream. I'm going to get a video out at some point for you lot tomorrow. I think it's time to look back at Arsenal season. I'm peed Arsenal are not in this final. So am I, and I'm sure if you're Man United, you are as well. Two worthy opponents playing today, both in Sevilla and Roma. Again, bigger than, it's bigger than Jose, apologies, but you think of Cup finals, you think of Jose, Sevilla win this. Personally, as an Arsenal fan, I agree. I think this should be a top target. I feel, unfortunately, in what's been a decent season domestically, we've let ourselves down in Europe again, innit? Like, it's crumbled again, really and truly. I don't think we've learned the lessons from Olympiacos, from Villarreal. There's defo our next team in there as well, and ultimately we lost to Sporting. DG, Italy has a finalist in all three European Cups. How likely is it for them to go 3 for 3? Well, that's a 50% chance, isn't it? Like, I'm no maths man, but like they got 50% chance of winning, isn't it? Really and truly. American Gooner, one love for that. I did check my emails, unless you've emailed me again. Yeah, I did check my emails still. I did check my emails, my guy. And I hope she's all right as well. I don't want to talk too tough on your situation, but thoughts. So yeah, man, they got a chance. I mean, today, if anyone's going to do it, it's Jose, isn't it? Like, I don't want to say I can't see Jose losing the final, but it's Jose. He's going to, the way he can gas up these players must be like none other and make them want to bring it home. Sevilla, can you really bet against them? This is their competition, really. What is it? West Ham, Fiorentina. I haven't been watching Fiorentina religiously. I've watched a couple of games, literally, as you do the occasional Italian league, but I couldn't tell you anything about them, so I don't know what threat they pose to West Ham. Hopefully, Declan Rice wins that. If it's a that thing, not that I'm supporting the English teams with the greatest respect to West Ham, but he wins that and he leaves like a champion and joins Arsenal. Inter against City, though, man, it's looking like a foregone conclusion, really. I would say out of AC and Inter, if one of those teams, out of the two that played each other in advance, you think at least Inter Milan are a bit more tactically prepared to somewhat give City a chance. DG, Felix or Odegaard, who is better? Well, Odegaard done it in the Premier League, shameless. Well, he's a decent player, very decent player. And Arsenal have been linked with him quite a lot. I'll get a video out after this live stream for you. Look, I have seen that on the screen next to me. Spurs actually sacked Jose before a final for Ryan Mason as well. He must have rattled Daniel Levy because, to be fair, not that I'm picking a side, even if I had to, it's Jose FC settings. But a man's not going to do that for no reason. You must have really done something. You must have really peed him off, or there must have been a series of things that led to that. Because, again, Daniel Levy is a businessman. You don't make the money and have the thing he has by not making the right decisions. I know he works for Spurs. They haven't been doing that on the sporting front. So it's got to have been calculated. Like, you're not just going to do that. And he can obviously comprehend this. Of its preparation basically won't be ideal. Yeah, I have seen them things about Wahi as well. We're linked with Arda Güler. Thoughts, DG. Decent player. Is he ready to immediately play Premier League football week in, week out for Arsenal? I'm not sure. Technically, he's there. Physically, needs to impose himself a bit more. But he's young, man. He's like 17, 18. He's young. Biggest opening secret was Telemans leaving on a free. Is he Arsenal bound? Honestly, I don't know. Unless you know Edu or Arteta or some of the players and they've been briefed by the management, who knows? Everybody's linked with everybody, really. You know, if we look in the papers, Caicedo, Declan, they're going to join us. Again, probably tomorrow, as you said, Telemans rumours will open up. 1 minute, Ruben Neves is going to Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Barca. It's crazy. Kickoff is 2 minutes away, folks. Brian Gill's playing. Is he on loan from Spurs? That could be another agenda, you know. If Sevilla win it, that could be another agenda. How likely do you think we get either Rice and Caicedo or both? I'm very pessimistic. I do think it'll be Declan Rice and something else. Or if the Rice thing don't bang, potentially Caicedo and something else. I'd be pleasantly surprised. You know, you saw some reports today that Brighton will be cool with 60, 70 million. I don't know how far the transfer kit is going to go, but that could be done. Tried to tell you, look, some of us, we should have took, big up Jorginho, but we should have took Kovacic from Chelsea. He's been linked with City today. Apparently his agents haven't talked. It should be a decent game today, man. I want to see Dybala do a madness. I'm saying 2-1 Roma. Rafa Mir anytime goal for Sevilla. Shout out to Pellegrini. Not quite developed in world football as far as I thought he would. Jesus Navas is still there. Anthony Taylor of England is reffing this final. Well, should be an interesting one. 90 minutes potentially plus added on time, people. Smash the like button if you have not done such already. And yeah, hopefully it's a great game of football. If not, man, is the game on YouTube? I'm not sure. I'm watching it on BT on my TV. Potentially. Didn't they do that last year? Could be worth having a look. And he's got Matic there as well. 1-1 Roma with a pen win. You reckon penalties? Nah, man. I think this game is going to be better than a lot of us are giving it credit for. I think people that are not watching this game might have to be forgiven. It should have been me. To be fair, they've earned the right to be in the finals. It looks like Roma will kick off, people. Hopefully it's a decent game of football. And again, you've got a couple Moroccan players in the starting 11 for Sevilla. We all saw what Morocco, great account of Morocco they gave of Morocco in the World Cup, doing the underdog thing. I don't even know who you would say is the favourites. I would probably lean towards Roma. I don't know where you lot are at, but we're going to have to see. Kickoff has happened, people. Long ball forward by Roma, meets the Sevilla head. I mean, we're probably going to have to wait a few moments for the game to obviously settle, for the players, get them butterflies and nerves out. It's here with Roma on this right-hand side. I can't lie, for a neutral, early goal would be the best. Early goal, early penalty within 5 minutes, just something. Jose Mourinho. Throw in for Roma here. Not able to keep possession. Will it be another throw? Yes, it will. KG affair so far, people. Roma, who came back in great style against Manchester United, en route to this final. Shout out to Sevilla, man, for that comeback. Throwing over here with Roma, people. So long searching throw-in. It meets the Sevilla head. That's surely a corner, ref. It is a corner. Corner for Roma within this first minute. Jose Mourinho, what a guy. I swear he's won all 3 European competitions. Won the Conference League. I'm sure you won that with Roma against Feyenoord. Won that. Obviously, he's won the champs. couple times, and he's won the Europa. Different mentality, different gravy. Jose is. Roma corner early doors. Ref, you're gonna let him take the corner. Corner's finally delivered. It's not the best. In fact, to be fair, I'm not giving it credit. Dybala has a strike, tries the DG. Movie settings, saw his name in lights. Ibanez is down, he's hit his head. In fact, there's been a clash with Tellez as well. Pardon me. Hopefully that's nothing serious and both men can continue. Did it last year. Jose is a madman. Like, I would love to see like a documentary into like just Jose's psychology. Why exactly he's the way he is. How does he prepare for finals? Like everything. All week. And then what does he say at halftime? Tellez is still down. Ibanez is back up to his feet. We hope Tellez, nothing serious there. Had a little head injury. And obviously we hope both men all right. Shout out Top Blue. And yesterday, what a name. Apologies, it's not even Tellez. It's good daily. Looks exactly like Tellez. It's an unfortunate clash of heads as both men were going for the header. People, the screen tea is slapping. It's a shame it's done now. So yeah, people. Extra time and penalties. We have to remember a thing today, potentially. I don't personally think he will get to that. But as long as the scoreline stays as the way it is at this moment in time, we're just shy of 3 minutes gone. Penalties and extra time are a thing. Play's finally allowed to restart. Sevilla will kick things off again. So long ball forward by their goalie. It's met by a Roma head. Ibanez asks, is the ref, can he come on? Yep. I don't think Jose shouts at halftime, Carl. In that Spurs all or nothing, he was calm to tell to them, telling them what Pogba would do in that. You can't shout all the time. And the more you shout as a manager, the less people are going to take it in. I think Jose's best quality is he's like an army general. Like there could be 50 of you and there's 1,000 of them about to like at war and they're about to mash you up, but he'll make you believe you can win that. Look at, I think it's Samuel Eto'o. Eto'o's like, I'll never play out wide for anybody apart from Jose Mourinho. Because the thing with Jose, if you're on his, if you do what he needs you to do, he will defend you all the time, you know, and he'll keep buying you like Matic out there for now. People don't know what Olivier Torres is arguing about. Wasn't he projected to be a serious guy? If you're on Twitch, subscribe with Amazon Prime and one love in advance. Well, there's not really been too much quality on show. Why is the Conference League? I mean, so actually, why is the Europa League before the Conference League final? Shouldn't it be the Conference, Europa, champs? Maybe there's a specific reason for it. Patricio will recommence things. And he launches it upfield. It's flicked on. It's probably going to go out for another throw. No, it's kept on. Tammy Abraham can't leach up onto it. Why? Scrappy start to this final, people. Don't think I've seen 10 passes. Seen a lot of throw-ins, though. I think I've probably seen about 10 throw-ins. And there's another one for you on this right-hand side. Can we see 10 passes? Oh, no. Sevilla on the ball. We might now, actually. It's been recycled over here to Navas. The experienced Navas punches it upfield, finds El Nesri. He's up against Chris Smalling. Thought there was a foul there. Ref doesn't agree, and Roma regained proceedings. It's gone out for a throw-in, just as I said that, for Roma this time. Spinazzola to take this throw-in. Another throw-in for Roma. Can't lie, people. This is going to be a game that tests our love for this sport. I take back what I said pre-game. I don't think it's going to quite be the games that explode into life and whatnot. Long ball forward. Tammy Abraham. I might eat my words. Tammy Abraham clips it into the box. It's headed clear by Sevilla. Rakitic finds Navas. They're going to need them two experienced players. Ocampos finds Torres, or Oliver as he prefers to be called. Does quite well, actually. Good passage of play by Sevilla, actually. But you just know with a Roma side, a Jose Mourinho coach Roma side, and on top of just being an Italian team, they're going to do well defensively. And they force Sevilla backwards here. It's a good, important passage of play here from Sevilla. And they still have the ball. Not harming Roma, forced to play it backwards. And here they are again. Down the left-hand side this time. It's a good, positive passage of play. Actually, I thought there was a foul there for Sevilla. Sheer tenacity. Surely that's a corner for the hard work. Who did that? The camera angle is quite poor, but that is very good work from who is that? I think Fernando. Very good play from him to hustle that corner. Deluded. If we get one of these teams in the champs, whoever the winner is, who would you prefer? I'd rather play Sevilla than the Jose Mourinho side. Who's on the market that is similar to Santi? Don't know, but go Spain, innit? Just go Spain and find someone there. Got to be somewhere. Thought Rakitic was going to take the corner, but he's left the ball at the corner flag and he's gone to talk to the ref. I'm not quite sure if we're changing footballs here, if something's been said or something's been thrown. I don't know. What was that about? Don't have a clue. Shout yourself, S. I'm doing great, man, and I hope everybody else is. Hopefully we see a good game of football today. Or if not, well, we've got great company at least. Finally, the corner is being taken. Rakitic takes it. It's a decent knock, actually. It's cleared. They'll better get headed away for Roma by Tammy Abraham. Good passage of play there. From Sevilla. Oh, what's going on there? Sevilla back on the ball here, people. But again, they are being forced to have it behind, or better yet, in front of Roma. They're not really getting it behind Roma's defense, so you're not likely to score. And speaking of Roma, the ball is in possession here. Great strength from him. Sees off Gil. He appeals for a foul. He gets a foul. It did look like a late tackle. And rightly so, he's been awarded that. Just looked like it could be an important foul to make, actually, because it looked like the baller was just about to start cooking with that wand of a left foot. Was he actually fouled? Yeah. He is. If it's enough to make him fall over in those dramatic circumstances, I'm not too sure. But, yeah, he was fouled. Ibanez of Roma. Matic goes backwards. Not the best of passes to Spinazzola, but he's able to keep it in possession. Tammy Abraham, can he win the flick on? He does, actually. And that's a great bit of play. Pellegrini tries to knock it over the top for the baller, but it comes to nothing. But again, positive bit of play there. Bit more quality from both teams now. Jesus Navas. Again, speaking of quality, that's something that the experienced Spanish international, former Spanish international, should be doing a lot better. How did Brian Gill get shifted like that by the baller? I don't know, man. It happens to everyone. Well, go on, my guy. Roma in proceedings, people. 9.5 minutes on the clock. Still no goals. Don't think that's what was the intended target from the Roma man, but his pass came off. Spinazzola. Nemanja Matic. Chris Smalling. Patient build-up play here. Forcing it there, Roma. Speaking of patience. Rakitic and Sevilla have the ball now. A lot of it's been played in the middle third, people. I don't think we're going to see the most of entertaining games. He's here with the captain, Navas. Sure, he'd love to win this trophy. Is it just me, but is Dybala the only player that never ages? I guess so. Ocampos. Playing against his fellow Argentine in Dybala. Sevilla have lost the ball very cheaply there, and Roma's Matic is on it. Poor pass from him, really. Selic. Poor run from him as well. It's gone out for a throw-in, however, for Roma. Two meaty teams. Very meaty, man. Could go to sleep right now. Can't even lie to you, look. Not the most entertaining the games, but nonetheless, thank you lot for tuning in. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Matic going forward. Thought he was fouled. Plays it to Spinazzola. Spinazzola, does that pass come off? I guess technically defines the baller on the opposite flank. The baller, that's a great little knock. The baller, it should be 1-0. It's a great save by Bono. Wow, that should be a goal. If I'm honest with you, Someone needs to put that in the back of the net. It should be 1-0 Roma. It's great play from Roma. And it's equally a great save by the Sevilla goalie. The ball, that's a good pass. It's great play, man. Great play from the baller and the right back, Seelick. All dangled into the box, and no one's able to take advantage of it. I don't know how that's not gone in. It's a harder chance than we're giving it credit, but probably should have went in. Sevilla have given it away once again, very cheaply. Spinazzola to Abraham. Nemanja Matic, is that pass going to come off? That's our ball, you know. Oh, Bono off his line early. That would have been a lovely pass. And you can probably see it with Bono. He's just holding on to the ball a bit too long now, trying to take the sting out of it, trying to calm his teammates down. Got to do better on the ball. Roma win the first header. Sevilla can go forward. Spoke too soon. In fact, they finally got it. Fernando. Matic swap mops up. In fact, Matic almost gives it away cheaply. Takes no risk the second time and goes home to his goalie. Patricio's goal kick isn't necessarily the best. Tammy can't beat the Sevilla man in the air there. Fernando. Brian Gill. So they're on Sevilla's left-hand side now. Jose most definitely winning this. The ball has a 12 million release clause. Need to activate it. I hear that. And that's a good bit of work from his agent. If his agent somehow incorporated that. Can't be on that long of a deal at Roma then. Sevilla in possession. Attempted switch of play. Who is it found? Found young Oliver. Oliver plays it inside. Finds his centre-back colleague. Do you think Arsenal would have been favourites if we played any of these teams in the final? Not for me, no. Well, you can't. How are you going to be favourite against the Jose team? Sevilla, I doubt it. Maybe the talking points and whatnot, but yeah. Keylor Navas. Apologies, I said Keylor. Jesus Navas, sorry. Sevilla could be in here, or not with that first touch. That was horrible from Torres. That was horrible. Better first touch. Sevilla could have their first meaningful shot. Pens might make this entertaining. You really want to sit through all that time to find out? Crazy. It should be 1-0 Roma, though. It's a way more harder chance than I'm making it out to be for Spinazzola. But he puts to either side. He probably does score. And you can tell by Jose's opinion. I think he reckons that's a big opportunity he missed. Will he be right or wrong? Only time will tell, folks. Another long goal kick forward. Appeals for a foul, not giving ref waves play on, and it's back here with Roma once again. Shout out Josh for resubscribing. Ball over the top from Roma. It comes to nothing. Fernando wins the header. And now it's here with Sevilla again. I can't lie. He's kicking it into nowhere, really. Smalling takes no risk. Heads back home to his goalkeeper. Mancini. Ibanez. Interesting use of the back three so far from Roma. Pellegrini looking to receive it off his centre-backs. His centre-backs are keeping it between them. Tired, bro. Stylish. I said stylish. Is that not tired? Serious. Yeah, bro. It's ready to check out. At least it's Tammy Abraham watching. That's a good bit of play. Raw. Tammy, do it. Raw. I've never seen Hudson-Odoi do that. Tammy trying to do up general play was doing too much. He was doing too much. Raw. Now I'm away. Raw. Tammy. You know, see, K-Rolls are giving man powers. He definitely invited a couple babes to this final. He's acted. Never in my life have I seen Tammy Abraham doing step-overs. He tried to do the name thing. He did the step-overs and then he thought he was going to run with the ball. He stopped. Oh, wow. That's the most exciting thing 15 minutes in. The game is into life now, folks. To be fair, Tammy Abraham's worked quite hard in the channels. He's actually shown off the ball that he's improved, man. I probably say that every time we do watch alongs concerning Roma. I don't think it was there at Chelsea. Light top blue, dead. Is that the agenda you're trying to run? Dead corn, dead. But a left back, as you lot, your fans used to talk, you know, ended up becoming a better right winger in everything that, you know, generational talent, double barrel shotgun on nothing, Hudson-Odoi wasn't. So I learned it from you, like I reckon. Fernando. Son Sevilla's left-hand side now, people. But again, with a Jose side, you know, positionally, you can't break them down very early. Again, look how deep Tammy Abraham's dropping. Look at the positions Roma are taking up. Sevilla players probably going to have to gamble a bit more, be a bit more braver in possession to fashion chances. Dead. What's going on with generational talent? Loftus-Cheek, he's going to AC Milan. Fraud thing. Yeah, all your youngsters are meaty, man. Apart from Amari Hutchinson. To be fair, who's that left back, man? I like him a lot in the under-17s. Is it Bonyface or something like that? Got Cane Rose. He's quite decent, I can't lie. Potentially another head injury here. I hope it isn't. Another unfortunate accident. Tellez and Selic going for the same ball. Pardon me, and meeting each other's heads. Looks like Tellez is all right. Boy. Smash the like button if you haven't done such, people. Again, a Roma man is down. Play has been halted again. 17 minutes into this time. Think you'll be all right, but as you know, especially surrounding head injuries, you can't take chances. Not hearing that, top blue. Your youngsters don't turn up, don't hear it. You're all rubbed. 12th on the table, bro. Come on. Fulham finished ahead of you. The real South London ones. Don't hear it. For this season, you have to shout, man. Enzo Fernandez, British transfer record. To do that, you watching the West Ham final or no? We'll see how this one goes, probably, but we'll see how this one goes and make a decision. We're definitely watching City against Inter. Once again, players stopped, folks. And we should be back in business now. Patricio will take this for Roma and play can commence. Waiting for Yuri links tomorrow. You know we're going to get you linked with Yuri Telemans tomorrow. He's probably going to get linked with a whole bunch of English clubs. Sevilla man wins the header, followed up by a Roma man. And then will it be another throw? Did he go out, ref? The linesman has said yes. So it has. Have to act because the game is too dead. You're not lying. It's flying though. Most exciting thing, people, is still 0-0, by the way, if you're just listening, has been Tammy Abraham stepovers. There's been next to nothing. The ball's probably been off the pitch more times than it's been on it. It's just long balls and throw-ins, man. That seems to be the life we're living where this game's concerned. Stays like this, obviously, penalties are a thing. Ball's found its way to Patricio again. Still 0-0 here, people, between Sevilla and Roma. Please, not the Telemann links again. That's a straight no. Why? Why don't no one really want Telemans? I don't think he's a bad player. Long ball forward by Roma. Pellegrini's done well. Tammy's headed it back into his path. Quite unlucky there, actually. El Nesri, foul against him. Roma in possession, folks. That's a good ball by Matic. Out to Spinazzola. Spinazzola, what can he do? Isolated against Navas. Fakes to put a cross in. Cross doesn't beat the first player. And it's poor, really, from him again. It will be a throw-in, however, for Roma. So his blushes are somewhat spared. But for a player of his quality, he should probably be doing a lot better there. Nah, I can't lie. The more you listen to that J House song, it's a lot better. Any players on both sides you would take to Arsenal? Spinazzola. Maybe Balde, if that's the same one that used to play in France. Of Sevilla. That's it, really. And the ones I can see useful. But they got decent players throughout both. I like Pellegrini. Sorry for the yawning people. We're going to get over this. Matic. Yuri is good for rotation, but I'd get other 8s over him. I hear that. Another potential head injury, this time on Campos. Or it might be his neck. It seems like that one's provoked somewhat handbags from both sets of players. The yellow card is going to be brandished. I'm not sure if that's the right thing. I'm not sure if that's necessarily fair, referee. Actually happened here with a Campos. I mean, Matic has got there early. He's got his shoulder there as well. And yeah, you can see why. But a bit harsh to brandish it yellow. I'm having Madison, but do we really need him? Romano is linking us again. Good player, but I don't know what he solves. Unless he's going to be that Ultra 8 or Project Odegaard in the number 8 is going to happen. Ten Hag is giving hope for Saturday. You know, I hope we try thing. It's the FA Cup. Anything can happen, man. Weird things have happened. Anything can happen. Fabrizio Romano. See what he said. Oh, did you tell him? Slide push Odegaard 8. It's true, but then do we need Odegaard to be a bit like Bernardo Silva in that? Bernardo isn't the biggest of players, but you can't really barge him off the ball because we're going against physicality near enough week in, week out in the Prem. And probably this season we've shown when we played Everton with Onana, Southampton with Lavia, City with the City players, West Ham with Declan Rice, actually, Brighton with Caicedo, and all of the players. Anytime we have to fight some athleticism, we struggle. So over on this right-hand side with Sevilla, can the cross be delivered by Navas? Stops and waits. Has to go backwards. Ball into the box is decent, not, but there's no white shirts attacking it. Oliver Torres, El Nesri, Rakitic to shoot. It's blocked out. It's poor, really, from whoever that was. And it's cleared by Roma. Dybala fighting. Thought his shirt was being pulled there. Ref don't agree. Play continues. Roma have it. No, they haven't, because Sante's done too much, and surely he's fouled his man there. Romano also said Arsenal want 2 centre mids, right back, centre back. Rice has the dream, and another centre mid. We need 2 centre mids. We needed 2 centre mids if certain players were going to be there anyways. Let's hope we get it right, man. We haven't got time to waste. We need to prep ourselves immediately, or we might be in some trouble. Sevilla in possession. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think if Arsenal get Rice, can see him in an 8. I can see him in an 8 because he'll have more freedom, but you know, he'd have to he'd play it, but he probably needed a period to transition, both what Arteta demands of him individually and collectively. Obviously, Rice has never played in that position, but Xhaka has like 9-10 goals for Arsenal in all comps this season. That needs replacing. You know, we scored bare goals this year, and I think it is here to stay. But who on paper at Arsenal could you say 100% getting double figures next season? You could, like, if you're a Harry Kane, a Salah, you could probably only really Saka because he's done it for another, you know, he's done it 2 years on the spin now. Sevilla growing in confidence, ball gone over. You know, I think Odegaard will turn up again. I think Martinelli will, but this is their first years of double numbers. Smith Rowe's played a player role this year, but last year he did get double numbers. Jesus, while he's got like 10 and he did have an injury, and I do think he's a quality player, he struggles to score goals, isn't it? And I don't know if you're hungry to score goals. I think we need to make a million improvements defensively. So as much as I think there's been progress, I'm happy under Arteta. If I'm concerned with how we keep balls out of our net, and keeping one eye on the situation of how we put balls in the back of our opponent's net. How many years would you give to Arteta and say he ain't the one who can take us to the next level? Very difficult to put a time period on these things because results dictate everything, but probably 2 years. And that's if we now become a team that consistently, as a minimum, gets to Champions League. If you can't kick us on, then might need to be a bit ambitious. Yeah, if you get Caicedo and Rice, not really goal scorers like that, I would keep Xhaka if you can. I would, but the man's probably got it set that he wants to depart, and can I blame him? You've got a year left on your contract. So Leverkusen are offering you a 4-year deal. Your family want to move back to Germany, allegedly, regardless of what he says, in hanging out of cars and that. You know Arsenal are going to bring in centre mid, so I couldn't begrudge him for wanting to keep it moving. You could say, like, why do you want to leave when it's actually turned a bit rosy? But situations are delicate. El Nesri can't bring that long ball forward under control. And it's into the hands of the Roman keeper. Oh, thought that was a foul against the Sevilla man. How Roma got the free kick for that? We need to at least get to a final next season with like that. DG, extreme hypothetical. Does a current Jose Mourinho win big trophies with this Arsenal team? What's your opinion? Big up on the content. I think if he's in the semi-finals against Sporting Lisbon, he wins that. I think at the crucial period of the season, like the Liverpools, the West Hams, and what faced us until we've won at the end of the season, I think he personally sees that through to the end somehow, some way. Not to criticize Arteta, I just think he gets it done. But not too sure, man. What this is, I mean, he's about to bring home his second European trophy for this football club. Sevilla in possession, folks, as they look to go forward. The quality has started to even out a bit. Both teams are putting neat passing moves together. None are really asking anything of the goalies. Navas essentially cancelling each other out defensively. Navas puts a ball into the box. Oh, I don't know if the camera panned the right way, but it looked like El Nesri was thrown across the floor there. Balde almost messed up there. Shout out Sadiq. Arsenal need to sort out Saliba's contract tomorrow, bro. Would you go all out to keep Saliba or to start looking for a replacement? I mean, I would call. There has to come a limit, obviously, but go all out to keep the man, because there's obviously centre backs that can come in and do a job, but what centre back are you gonna find? And as I say, with Saka, with Martinelli, with Saliba, just like with the Fodens and Rashfords of these worlds and things like that, how much would it cost to buy these players? If Saka was in the next Prem team, with the climate now, how much would it cost? So you have to give Saliba what it's worth. I don't blame his agents if they've sat back and said, you know what, maybe we're jumping the gun. Let's try and get some more money. Again, you're seeing a lot of what I would call propaganda. There's a lot of pessimism and optimism according to what article you read. I think we'll have to see. There's a lot of noise, but it has to come at some period where you look to sell. Ndika or Gurhi. Ndika is decent, but for us, we need a right-sided centre-back now, innit? So Gurhi. But they're saying 50-odd million quid. Roma's Pellegrini on the ball. Chris Smalling. Lovely thoughts, people. If you're on Twitch, follow on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, follow on Twitch. Mancini with a searching ball forward. Finds Spinazzola. Spinazzola of Roma. Has Ocampos to contest with. Does well to evade him. Finds Dybala. Dybala, bit harsh to say 100 years, but a player that's skilled with looking over his shoulder and being aware of his surroundings. Probably dilly-dallied in proceedings for too long. Roma's midfield is not doing their job. El Nesri wins the header, but it's straight back to a Roma shirt. Ibanez looks to go forward. Finds Spinazzola. Spinazzola's forced to go backwards. Finds Chris Smalling. 15 minutes left of this first half. Exactly, you can't replace him. Well, you can. It probably could go France and find someone there. Like, not this is Saliba, but there's just something magic in France. But Saliba's going to cost a stupid amount. If he was under contract for a healthy amount of time, as I said, and you lot are saying as well, it cost a lot of money. And obviously, Arsenal, we've been here where we spent big wages and we've given big transfer fees and it's not worked. But especially when you've got good players, you have to retain them. These players have to know their worth. It's a short career. As I just said, if you're Saliba, you're looking at what Saka and Martinelli got to a degree, you're obviously looking at your industry peers and you're leveraging your use. You could sit there if you're Saliba's agents and say, boom, you know, obviously I'm great in the team. You see what I'm doing in the team. You probably see there's probably been more talking points about Saliba since he's been out the team. I need money. And for Arsenal, if you're going to get the Declan Rices, the Caicedos, and I'm not saying everyone's going to break the bank, but you're going to have to give them healthy wages. If you want to retain good players, you're going to have to give them healthy wages. This is why it's so smart to sell players for a decent fee and not tie down players. You know, in hindsight's a wonderful thing. Pepe, you big wages. I don't know with a year left. Would you want to give up on 140 odd K a week? Be my guest. I know I'd have a lot to think about. They might even rip up his contract. With guys like Cedric and Marie, who's now gone, you knew what time it was. So I'll be a lot more harsher on Mikel Arteta where that's concerned. You knew Willian, you knew these guys were meaty. Oh, what's going on here? Referee's jogging. What's going on? Tammy Abraham's that potential penalty check. What happened there? I hope Tammy Abraham's all right, though. Rumors Nelson signed contract and they're doing Arsenal contract announcement videos at the Emirates tomorrow. Big up Reese. Shout out your thing, but I really only care when to leave on. That's what I need to hear. Odegaard, Benjamin White looks like a bit of a formality. You'd imagine Mikel Arteta gets a new deal in the near to distant future. Yeah. Well, if you're Pepe, you got everything to consider, really. You got multiple things to consider. You know, do you run down your deal, get your loyalty bonus, believe you can get back in the team? Probably not, because the manager's probably made it abundantly clear your days are numbered. So do you leave? And if you leave, regardless you want to leave, bro, Arsenal, I'm going to say to Arsenal, you got to pay me out or you've got to pay something, because a club might come to Arsenal and say, do you know what, we'll give you a loan fee for a year. Arsenal might say, you know, we're not going to get a transfer fee. You go over there, we'll pay 40, 50% of his wages, which is better than 100%. We'll get a couple of million on loan. And then next season, it is what it is. With a year left and the wages he's on, I don't know if there's necessarily going to be a transfer fee and everything else. Tammy Abraham, I can't lie, that's a pen. He's banduled it. He's banduled it. He's banduled it. Fufana at Chelsea, 200 grand a week. Anthony as well at United, pay him. These guys don't have the same potential. Again, you got to pay the piece. Gerhie's Mitski, not for. I'm not having Gerhie for 50 million, but I have him in the squad. I need you better than Holding in it. Not that respectfully to Holding, and not that that's the penalty check didn't bang, and not that that's the bar. You do have an occasional Buki moment, but like there's no right-sided centre back. Yeah, you can say Tommy Yasu. If you're not fit, you're not fit. Of course, there's Benjamin White, but if, at this moment in time, there's not another right back. There's a lot of shifting business. Roma on the ball. I can't lie, it does look like Roma are slightly the stronger team, and here they are advancing. Cristante finds Tammy Abraham doing his best Jesus. That's Lacazette impression. Not with that pass. Lacazette all them goals. Still not in the French squad. El Nesri. He's not it, man. Even when he was linked with Arsenal, he's a decent striker, but he's not it, man. Oh, Spinazzola. Fullback uni. Got gas. He got inspired. Didn't come off there. Never ref. Roma giving it away very cheaply. Spinazzola, Pellegrini. Oh, Rips doing too much. Fernando. He's actually been battling in the midfield for Sevilla. He's done quite well so far. Navas. And Navas must get paid every time he hits it into the channels. Does what I do when I'm tired at fullback. Just smack it to the strikers. If they get it, they get it. And Roma could be in here. The ball. Goal. Blink and you miss it. Roma have drawn first blood. It is Roma 1, Sevilla 0. The baller, the man with a 12 million quid release clause, draws first blood in this tie for Jose Mourinho's men. Straight on the counter. No emotions from King Jose Mourinho. He knows the job ain't done. With just over 10 minutes until the end of the first half, that could prove a goal at a vital time. And it could be lit for Dybala. You could have a. Did you go well? You did go World Cup. You got a World Cup medal. Could get a European thing. It's great play from Roma. Great part. Who played that pass initially? BT's moving too crazy. Need to see everything in slow motion. Cristante looked like he was fouled. Mancini's looked up. It's a brilliant pass from the centre back. He's found Dybala. Dybala's caressed it into the far post. And ecstasy from the Roma fans, as they could be the first Italian side to play in one of 3 finals Italian sides have qualified for this season in UEFA competitions, and the first side to win it. Boy, Dybala. Game's finally away. Back-to-back European trophies for Jose. Heritage, respect. And what a pass. Gassing it, but if Modric did that, if Kroos did that, and all them guys, Deluded did that, people we talk about it all day. I had to bust myself. Odegaard as well, be waffling. That's his 5th goal in 11 matches, and I think that's his 6th goal in the Europa League, because it said 5 before the game. I could be wrong. Only God knows why. Again, the Europa League is played before the conference. It looks like there'll be another yellow card for someone. Had to, money. Gas myself. Salute my thing. Good finish by Dybala. Not sure who's been carded there. Flares going off in the stands. Ref, what's going on? Surely at least 5-6 minutes of added on time. There's been a lot of stoppages or a decent amount. Whatever the ref was doing, kickoff has happened again. And Sevilla are a goal down. They're going to have to do something. Going to have to keep their nerves for sure. Jesus Navas pumps it forward. People dashing flares. A bit misty on that right-hand side of the pitch. What's going on there? El Nesri's not happy. Bit of a late one. Bare flares. Rafa Mir, the substitute, has been booked. I'm not really sure as to what he has alleged to have done. Must have been shouting at an official or something. But yeah, Jose's men find themselves a goal up today, people, currently. Patricio. Matic heads on. Can it fall to Dybala again? Telles does well, really. You got to celebrate at the end. Job's not done. And I'm sure Jose would want another goal or two. Job is not. Where is this final being played as well? Because it does look like players are absolutely baking. It does look, not that I can tell from a TV, but it does look like heat is a factor. Where is this final being played? Puskas Stadium, Hungary. Same place as the Euros. Flares are moving mad. Good luck to the players out there. Stay safe. Sevilla in possession. One goal gets them back in it. And they go, could be in here. Commentator just said last 3 times Sevilla went 1-0 down. They went on to win the final, so maybe they can still win. The game's not out of it yet. Got a second half and you got more time. God knows what would have happened if Tottenham didn't fire Jose's days before the final. Thankfully, my guy, we don't have to care. We don't know. There's a reason Jose won trophies everywhere else and gets to finals everywhere. There's a reason he didn't win something at Spurs. Same said for Conte. Brian Gill leaves a late one on the ball. I don't think it's the most devilish of fouls. But yeah, in fact, sorry, Rakitic from that angle, it looked like it was Hill. Rakitic is the one that done it. So why they hyping to Hill? 1-0 down in the final, still won the last 3 times. Could be a positive omen, but records are there to be broken. Jose Mourinho talking to his assistants. The Ballers goal the difference so far, people. Not too long to go at the end of this first half, people. We've got about 6 minutes added on. 6 minutes normal time, people, left, excluding anything that's added on. Tammy completing European football tonight. Crazy. Yeah. As much as I'm talking about Jose, that's crazy for Tammy. He didn't get called up to the England squad, did he? Don't think he's been as red hot as he normally is. Ball in by Roma. Oh, that was a decent set piece. Does a flag gone up for offside, or are they saying it's a foul? They didn't think there was anything in that. Huh? It's clipped by Pellegrini to the far post. Ibanez gets up. Come on, ref, man. Nothing happened there. Being a bit silly. He could park the bus now if he wants to repeat the Leverkusen game. True, but sometimes, just like in Football Manager, that can go against you. Sometimes the best thing to do is just keep doing what you was doing and stick to the original game plan. Another man down for Sevilla. That does look like a head injury. Oh, he's back. Pick up Ocampos. It's a friend for Sevilla here, folks. One love to you lot tuned in. Appreciate all of you lot. I mean, is my 2-1 Roma bet still on, folks? I'm feeling like changing it. I just don't know how Sevilla score. Again, with the greatest of respect. It's just once they get into the final third, they need to do a bit better because nothing is. What has Patricio really had to do? To be fair, what has the Sevilla keeper Bono had to do? He's poor from Spinazzola, really, where he should have scored. Then he's let the goal in with the ball. I can't really blame him for that. Guess it's just the fine margins, and Roma have been a bit better, so balance is in their favour. I wouldn't say neither team's running away with it at this moment in time. Let's see how things develop. Apparently, Benzema could be going to the Middle East. That is crazy. He's getting that money now. Shout out Benzema. I mean, it's unlikely to see Zach make the grade at Arsenal. I think currently there's probably two. He's a good player, you know, quite good. He's brave, takes risks, sticks to his defensive task well. Probably a bit too error prone to immediately challenge anyone in the first team. You've just seen Arsenal, you know, bring back in Saliba. You've obviously seen us just bring in Kirill. There's talk of a right-sided centre-back. Didn't go on the tour, I believe, but you have been on the bench. It is what it is. Who do you have winning the Champions League? I hope Inter, but if I had to bet real money, can't really look past City, can you? But football isn't well on paper. Brian Gill's done very well. Can Roma make something happen? It's a promising attack down this left. It's a decent knock. Ocampos threw everything at it. I don't know why the whole of Roma are getting vexed about it. That's never foul. Jose, Uncle Jose, come on. You could never say that's a foul on the goalie, man. Come on. Ocampos is entitled to go for it. He's being a bit of a see you next Tuesday, but he's more than entitled to go for it there. More than entitled. And it will be a corner to Sevilla. Sevilla take the corner. It's a good one. Oh, how have you missed? No. Fernando, you've been very good this game for Sevilla. It's lovely work initially by Tellez and Cole down the left to earn the corner. And it's a lovely ball by Rakitic. It's a free header. He's got to keep it down. He's got to keep it down. Big up, Brush, as the man said. Like, share, sub, one love, my guy. Appreciate that. It probably should be 2-1. It should be 2-1 at the end of this. Two clear-cut chances, one apiece for both teams have been missed. Now, fortunately for Roma, they have actually bagged. So currently, they're walking home with the trophy or flying home, you get what I mean. Dybala to Tammy. I can't lie. Tammy's impressed me today, you know. I won't lie. The work rate has been insane. And I'm seeing skills. He definitely watched Ronaldinho vids before the end of this, before he started this. Oh, Dybala squares. Pellegrini, come on. There's a nutmeg there. Tammy Abraham, if it's a feeble shot, it's keeping it alive, ref. Come on. Ref, you're giving away some soft fouls. Play should be continuing there. And he's thrown another booking out. As I was saying, Tammy's worked the channels really well. He's really developed other parts of his game. No clue why Pellegrini's been booked. Bit like Rafa Mir. Don't know what the ref's on there. It's a good little tussle. Dybala slyly ripped someone there as well. He squared it. Pellegrini couldn't fashion a shot. It fell to Tammy, took a feeble attempt. Then it fell back to Tammy, but the ref stopped things. Oh, wait. To be fair, ref, I have to say sorry. When you're right, you're right. Pellegrini, denied. He tried to nutmeg Rakitic and then buy a foul. I rate it. You're gonna go places. That's why you're my guy, Eddie Guerrero lifestyle. But the ref was sharp on that. He did try to take a dive. Nah, but Tammy, it's never looked clean. Top Blues look last 18 months is looking clean, like top division standard. Whenever I remember two things from Tammy Abraham. I remember, and he's on the left, he's in the left-hand channel now. I remember his loan spell at Swansea, which was poor for everyone, but he used to just stand still. Obviously, he's better than Eddie Nketiah, but I think that's something that's improved in Eddie Nketiah. That's something that's improved in Balogun, not to the standard, but this season. And to be fair, strikers do peak late. I do find myself seeing that. And even if you look at Aubameyang, Kane, and Vardy, like, when them men were 20, you know, Aubameyang was probably on a series of loans. Vardy was smoking cigs somewhere. Kane was on a series of loans. He can do techie things, but it's cleaner now, man. It looks of the standard. You lot probably bring him back. I don't know if he's a man that, obviously, he's doing it for Roma. I don't know if he's a man for a team like Chelsea. You want him as the, like, you're the number nine, like you're the breadwinner number 9. You might be able to do the Jesus thing where you're part of the squad. Campos almost pulled off a lovely bit of trickery. Typical for an Italian team. When they get the lead, they start the ish house. I respect it. One thing about Italians and they're winning this. Is what it is. Unfortunately, life and football is deeper than winning and losing, and there's a lot of things you could learn, but the winners win and the losers explain. And like in life, there's winners or losers. Both teams are probably predetermined that they're going to win this, and have probably booked the nice hotels, the nice champagne, all these things. Only one team's going to realize that there's going to be absolute ecstasy and everything in one change room, and there's going to be tears in the other. Or Campos, I didn't know you took long throws. 6 minutes left of this first half, people. 6 minutes left of the added on 7. Long throw in. El Nesri can't get to it. Not the best of clearances by Roma. It's presented to Sevilla again, but against Sevilla, they're doing all right. It's just the build-up plays dead. That's a ball by Ocampos. I can't lie. They might have to go 2 up front. Like El Nesri, it's not it by yourself for this game. I think we have to loan out Mola to an Italian team. He'll get sold soon, man, in my opinion. Chelsea need a proper box poacher tired of these hold-up, man. But in the modern days, there are too many of them. Like, it's a bit of a double-edged sword being a striker these days because, and it's all legitimate questions, but you can have someone like Gabriel Jesus who works really hard, great for the team and that, but goals win games. Is he bringing that home? Don't know where you are with that. You could be like Lukaku or Tammy's link-up plays a lot better, but when you think of Tammy and definitely Lukaku, they're them kind of man, you more just judge on goals. But you could score 20, even if 20 goals, it's crazy. But even 20 league goals ain't really rated anymore. But you could score 20 plus goals and people say, oh, but you don't get 5 assists and that. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword being a striker. You probably need both. You probably need 2 strikers. Obviously, Broya's there somewhere. Decent striker, been done very dirty with the injury. Sevilla on the ball here once again. Navas, I don't know if Gill's offside, but players continue. Brian Gill, poor delivery. And no one challenging. Roma haven't headed out well, but have headed out. And it's here with Navas again. Forced backwards. Mourinho has got his goal. He's parking the bus in the second half just in case. Big up yourself. Shout all the channel members. And yeah, they don't need to. Sevilla are the ones that have to gamble and risk conceding the second in pursuit of the first. That's a decent ball. It's not getting over the head of Matic, though. It has fallen to Rakitic. See with Tellez on this left-hand side, who a few moments ago put in a lovely cross from this left-hand side. That one isn't quite good, and it's sent into Rose. It would be a throw in here for Sevilla. Roma fans in no rush to give man the football. I can't lie, big UEFA. Where's the ball, boys? Yeah, I'll be fuming, lad, if that was my team. But anyways, long throw in from Sevilla. It's falling to a Sevilla shirt. But again, this Roma wall is difficult to break down. Very difficult. Problem is, but nobody, what footballers get judged off what they should, and I get it, the game has to evolve, but we live in a silly world where the majority of football fans, they don't really watch the game, man. They don't watch the game. Like, it's you score or you assist or you're the headliner for the game, and that's the only way you've had a good game. People just go on it. What is it? Sofa score and these things. It's just football's about agendas now, and it's the same thing as in the media. And I just think we live in a day and age of everything has to be extreme. Like 2 truths can't live in the same realm. That's a ball from Rakitic. You know, I shouldn't be surprised. This Rakitic. Navas puts a decent ball in from Sevilla. Again, I don't think the Roma players will mind that. It looks like the ball's in behind on occasion that leave their defenders flat-footed. Thought the baller was fouled there. Ref having none of it. Says, get up, mate. And Sevilla in here. Campos does well, actually. Oliver Torres. Oh, someone got ripped. He squares it. Not the best of passes. Rakitic has to hit with his left. He does. He cracks the inside of the post. Oi. Big chance. Sevilla have reacted very well to conceding. On another day, I bet he does that next week in the La Liga and that goes in. That pass wasn't the best for Rakitic. But he probably can't believe it. Neither can we. With his weaker peg, to be fair, shout to Torres and Navas. They grafted for that. He struck it first time with his left peg. He's probably not struck it as true as he would have liked, but he's hit it very well. The keeper's beaten. On another day, Patricio might even be lucky, because how many times have you seen the ball clip the post and as it's gone there, kind of rebound off the goalie and in? Oh, what a hit, lad. Have to respect Josie. But no footballer, as I was saying, goalies, not so much goalies, but the first thing people say is how good's a goalie with his feet, how good's a defender with his feet, how good is a fullback going forward. And obviously the game has adapted. You need this. All right, Oliver Torres is bringing out the skills. Who got ripped? You need to kick him in the next 50-50. Just Spanish skills. I don't even know what skills they are. Just dropping the shoulder and not making dons. And well, Navas, he's like me at fullback. When you see, shout out Toby and Eri, when you see them doing skills, you get inspired, but you ain't got that skills package unlocked. Good reaction by Sevilla, but if you're honest, Jose's teams are trained to sit here and absorb pressure. But when you think about it logically, how many times again have Sevilla put the keeper under pressure? It's taking a lovely strike from Rakitic to hit the post. Really, no clear-cut efforts there. It's falling to their centre half. It's blocked by Dybala. Look how galvanized they are. And that's the end of the 7 minutes of added on time, people. It is half-time now. Roma once again are leading a goal to nil, courtesy of Dybala, saying that everyone for Sevilla, I mean, for both teams, but everyone for Roma's worked hard. For me, I think Tammy Abraham's done well. I think Spinazzola's done well. I think Dybala could be a lot better, but I think he's done well. I think it's every single player. I think Sevilla's reaction to going a goal down has been good. But other than that, probably to be expected where you find yourself at this moment in time. I think the ref made a fantastic call to give Pellegrini a yellow card for them diving antics. But other than that, I do think he's been very trigger happy to call fouls and cards and things. Sevilla are going into, you have to, you know, you want no regrets. Obviously, if you lose, you're always going to have regrets. But if you can go to bed knowing that they were just the opposition were just the better men on the day, that's that. It's if you know that you could have made certain runs, you could have been more braver in certain aspects, you could have done several things. That's when it's going to eat away at you. So it'd be interesting to see. But you are right. Keep your thoughts coming. Smash the like button. Again, Twitch gang, you're doing amazing. And as usual, appreciative to all of you lot that are tuned in. There's been 7 shots between both teams at half-time, people. There's been only 3 on target. Roma have had 2 shots, 2 on target, and obviously got a goal. Sevilla had 5 shots, 1 on target. Sevilla had 61% to Roma's 39%. There's been 158 Roma passes to 234 from Sevilla. There's been 1 caught off for Roma. There's been 2 for Sevilla. There's been 3 yellow cards in the game, 2 for Roma, 1 for Sevilla. And yeah, it's been, both teams have conceded a fair amount of fouls. Roma have 8, Sevilla have 7. But yeah, I think he's quite raw, but I think he can play out wide. I think he's shown a goal-scoring touch per se now. I think he's decent. Does have some off-field things that need to be cleared up. Pellegrini is meaty, harsh. Forza Roma, fair enough. So far, so good. I guess if you're a Roma fan, and I guess if you're Fiorentina, if you're Inter Milan, you're probably watching this game with your Italian counterparts with a sense of, you know, inspiration, essentially. Believing that you could do this as well. Where's the Wahi links? Absolutely buzzing that Sevilla losing, can't stand them. Are you beefing Sevilla? What beef you got with them? What they did to you? Fair enough, though. You got your wish. That is crazy. I think I suspect he might go to Monaco. Actually, it just seems like there might be. I mean, the law of the Premier League and the money and being a young Frenchman could allure him to Arsenal, but Monaco just see like the natural step of progression. You saw what it did for Mbappe's future, Bernardo Silva's future, Fabinho's future, Bakayoko's future, Tchouaméni from Bordeaux, probably a couple of others. Really. American Gooner doing mad stuff again. He's gifted out 5 community subs. So if you benefited from that, thank you on behalf of myself and everybody listening. You're far too kind. Santa Claus. Dybala is a baller. Injury savaged his career, though. He is. But for me, I can't really describe him as a luxury player because I think he's bought into what Jose does. But if you look at it, Jose's got all the other 10 pieces of the team moving, and then Dybala has to do what the team demands, but he's kind of free at the same time. I would describe him as a luxury player. But he's a quality player. I wouldn't say saying you can't relying on him to be the sole difference. I wouldn't say you could, but he's someone that will cook. But saying that, he's made the difference in this. He's the reason they're a goal ahead. Why Telemans, Gullet, and Rice Smelly window. I can't lie. I don't think we're gonna get that Gullet. I don't think we're gonna. It's like Football Manager. You can't get all them development guys. But yeah, I do. It would be a bit underwhelming because in that list, I don't see a right back. I don't see a right side centre back. I'm assuming Tierney's leaving. Don't see something done there. So yeah, I wonder what. Well, Balogun's made it clear I want to cut, and I do believe Wahi can play out wide. I wonder what that would mean for Eddie and Nketiah. He's just signed a new deal, and you did show, when you've come into the first team, you're not going to be the difference maker, but you're all right. But there'll be another striker coming in front of him. And again, it's down to who's doing the business. But you'd imagine the man that you're going to pay 20, 30, whatever million for, is going to play ahead of you, per se. Arsenal should go for Livramento. I would. It might be available at the cheapest he's ever been coming back from an injury. Southampton situation, they've got relegated. Obviously, they're probably going to sell a couple of players. You'd imagine they get decent money for Ward-Prowse. They get decent money for Lavia. So they might not be under pressure to sell. And one would suspect, Livramento, I think he's had 2 big injuries now, innit? He might say, do you know what? I need stability. I can use the championship as probably sell Kyle Walker-Peters as well. Use the championship as my springboard for me to get game time again. And I'm more likely to play. Surely Marquinhos gets first team action too. What, the winger? He's doing all right at the under-20s World Cup, but unless he's come back from Norwich a dramatically better player, he needs to go alone again. He needs to hit the shop window soon. Saka covering the champs. Not really here for that still. Unless if he's 3 times even the player that he was, why not, people? Let me go and get some apple juice very quickly. I'll be back in a second. In honor of Rakitic's strike, it's only great we see something else to eat as well.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
That's it again, folks. Right on time. Sit back down. Oh my God, I'm getting too fat or too wedge. Either way, I need to be able to sit in this spot a lot better. But yeah, man, one love. Appreciate that. Sevilla needs to. We got Clement. Ain't seen you for a while. Sevilla needs to. I think he needs to go out to the flanks to pull out Roma defenders and get late runners into the box. I hear that. Because again, when you've got a rigid and a low block unit and a very spot on defensively unit like Roma, you have to make them disjointed. And you're right, by pulling them into wide areas. Maybe to cope with that, that's why they've gone with a back 3. But I just think Sevilla's problems is just there's nothing enough. There's not they've had one shot on target, really. Like it's meaty. Needs to be a lot more. I have to keep seeing what is being done in that regards. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man. Not even. Big up you lot. If you're not following on YouTube and you're on Twitch, what are you doing, lads? What do you think you're doing? And check out the schedule. Well, I need to put stuff in the schedule because season's done, isn't it? Obviously, we will be doing a watch along for the FA Cup final. That's on Saturday. Next Saturday, well, this Saturday coming is obviously the FA Cup. Next Saturday, forgive me if I'm wrong, is the Champions League. Conference Leagues, I think, it's on Wednesday. Then I think we're done out here in terms of that, and then probably have to chill off for a month. And then in July, you start with all the pre-season friendlies and that. I think Arsenal have MLS All-Stars, Man United, Barcelona. So, yeah. Before you know it, we'll be back on task. Next season will be a big season as well, really, because the Euros in the summer off the back of the Premier League. Back-to-back campaigns with European tournaments. Feels so long ago, but, you know, we got to remember, for all that's being said in the Champions League, in Spain with Barca winning the league, with City overtaking Arsenal, with Dortmund bottling it on the last day of the season, with Napoli doing what Arsenal and Dortmund couldn't and being the real underdogs, with Chelsea and this team and that team, that there was a World Cup a few months ago. That it really does feel like that World Cup was years ago. Shows that years a long time in football, a week's a long time in football, let alone a couple of months, let alone a few years. So yeah, big up you lot tuned in, man. And one love. How you in two places in two times at once? I don't know, but love. Hector, one love. First 40 minutes or so, Sevilla just looked like a campus and vibes. I would say Navas and Inshallah. In fact, Navas crosses for no one and Inshallah, really. I think I agree with you because I think Oliver Torres started to show a little bit of movement in the final third and just make things happen. It's unfortunate they had to go down to react. I think they had a strong end to the first half, and I'm sure you lot will agree as well, but you're going to need to do a lot more than that. Jose's no idiot. He knew if his team goes, like I'm sure with Sevilla, if you go a goal up, you know you're going to face some sort of pressure. And that's why Dybala was put in the thumbnail. Not that there was too many of a choice. So, yeah. England's under 20s are in the last round of 16 as well, people. In the under 20 World Cup, I'll definitely be watching that. Alex Scott's showed me a lot in a withdrawn role. Wow, Brooke Norton Coffey's been drafted in. He didn't start the tournament. Big him up then, because he just come off the playoffs and that. Shout out to him for that. I think Oyo Gorke of Brentford, former Arsenal man's done quite well. I think Darko Garbi did quite well in one of the games as well. England's done all right, man. Paramount is so clear of BT, 100%. You know, even just look at the way Jamie Carragher is. Like, you see the real Jamie Carragher. Like, obviously, you got Omri, you got Michael Richards, and you got the presenter. He's mad. Very, very mad. So, yeah, man, big up you lot tuned in, folks. Big up you lot tuned in. When's this game kicking off? Yeah, even that. You think Saliba deserves similar wages to Saka? Emphasis on similar, but yeah. I wouldn't say Saka wages, because Saka's done it for 2 years, but around that sort of thing, yeah. Like, really. I know Martinelli's been here longer, but this was Martinelli's first real standout campaign. Whatever Martinelli's on, I might want a bit more. And you can leverage it, you know. With the Arsenal attackers, there's a lot more strength in numbers, or we can cope with attacking options not being there a lot more than at home. I mean, in defense. So, yeah. And again, you look how much young players are getting paid. Again, the fact that his contract is running down. How much, if Saliba was contracted for 5 years somewhere else and had a great loan spell at Marseille and went back to their club like they did with Arsenal and did half decent, how much is he going to cost any Prem team? How much did Fofana go from Leicester? You know, how much money is Kanate earning at Liverpool or any other young player around the world? They have to leverage it. And, you know, for the Sakas, the Martinellis, the Salivas, within that 4 or 5 year period that they signed that deal, they probably get even more improved terms. I'm sure in the last 18 months, Julian Alvarez at City, he's been there about 2 minutes, has been given improved terms. There's talk around Haaland signing improved terms. Bit harsh. Sevilla's gaffer opting to make a sub early doors. Oliver Torres is coming off for Suso. And it looks like former Spurs man is Lamena is coming on for current Spurs man, technically lonely Brian Gill. 2 changes from Sevilla early doors. So yeah, man, just give the man the 150, 160, whatever the hell he wants, man. And get the likes of Cedric, Marie, these kind of players off the books. And one has to wonder, you know, what the new wage bill is going to look like, really, once you get them off. Obviously, Eddie signed a new contract not too long ago. Gabriel Ramsdale have as well. Odegaard and Benjamin White, there's talks of getting that one over the line. We just said Saka and Martinelli. Obviously, if you do get the Caicedos, the Rices, players of that ilk or higher stature in football, a bit like Arteta, if he signs an improved deal, there is ultimately going to be a higher wage bill. The problem with Arsenal for the last few years is we had a Champions League, but was paying Champions League wages when we weren't a Champions League club. And probably to a lot of the players, we're getting over it now, even though Cedric, Marie, Aubameyang, new contract, these things you could see, Willian, whatnot. But it comes with the territory, man. Come on, ref. Second half soon kick off, people. If you're on YouTube and you ain't smashed the like button, then what are you doing? If you're not following on Twitch, Twitch gang, one love. And the second half is kicked off. PSG have mad money. Bro, if you're PSG, listen, Mbappe grew up with him. He's French. You think he's actually Parisian. They're trying to rebuild again. It's his homeland and that. Do it, innit? But if he really was an Arsenal fan growing up, if Arteta, you know, if he feels important in the project, which he has to because he plays every game, I personally think Arsenal have done all they can. At some point, you're going to have to be prepared to walk away from whatever wages he wants. We'll have to see, man, because some articles are going to be more positive than others. It's a lot of gamesmanship. Lamena, fine Suso. I can see Saliba lifting Champions League one day. I can't lie. 1 second, people. I'm still here, but my TV is going to turn off because I haven't used the remote. Hey, I'm moving fast like Lacazette this year. Crazy. But yeah, as I sit back down now, folks, Sevilla are in possession. Lamine has gone for a glory strike. It hasn't paid off. To be fair, again, I don't doubt that a lot of teams are looking at Odegaard. I mean, everyone's going to be looking at everyone. Like, I don't know for Rashford's contract situation, but like everyone's probably looking at that as well. Everyone's looking at everybody, innit, really and truly. But not that I'm saying they're not interested, but in the last couple of days, you've seen definitely a third club, but Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona for Odegaard. Any coincidence off the back of a half-decent season, and while we're trying to get his contract tied down, Anthony Taylor is rattled. See, that will get me a yellow card. When refs go, come here. I'm not walking to you, not my dad. Mancini's doing, I can't hear you. Smart lad. That'll get me in a lot of trouble. 41 likes, people. One love. What's happened there? I'm not quite sure. Nonetheless, Sevilla are on the ball here. They've started off very good. Curse of the commentator is given to Dybala, and it's a Roma counter-attack. There's not too many options as Dybala pulls out wide. Checks inside. Skips past one. Skips past two. He is forced backwards. Matic. Cristante. Forced to go backwards. And the move, ultimately, at least for now, won't come to anything. Mancini. He's watching too many vids, and he's lost it very cheaply and fouled someone. I don't know what this guy's on. And he's been given a bookings, just showing his age there and his inexperience. Tried to go on a cheeky little dribble, it did not bang. And yeah, didn't know when now the move to Roma. Everything has a silver lining in it. Picking up a next trophy. Wait, Lamena didn't get booked as well. Dark horse, specialist. Clearly pulled his shot. To be fair, ref might not caught that one. Jesus Navas. Oh, wow. Ball's gone out. That's poor from him. Again, if I was Sevilla, I'd be going mad if I'm seeing teammates shout at each other. Get on with it. We're a goal down. Poor pass happens. So what? Make sure the next pass is better than that. But we're losing. Don't have time for that. For Roma, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. Deadwood Man United players picking up 2 European trophies. Life is the master of irony. Boy, bit harsh. But that's football, isn't it? Some players will play here, some players play elsewhere. And Mancini, speaking of him, had to swap his shirt. Like that one's broken. They should at least throw them ones into the crowd, man. Give the fans something. And in fact, the security guy's probably going to teeth that and take that home to his kids, isn't it? Really? Sevilla with some defending to do. It's hoofed forward. How long till El Nesri comes off, man? He clearly a service-reliant striker. There ain't really been service provided for him. Days like that must be so long for a striker. Only takes one moment done correctly to flip this game back in their favor. Ball into the box. Oh, Roma almost made a mess of it. It's cleared. Appeals for pens, or half-hearted appeals for something from the Sevilla players. Oh. I think their prayers might be answered here. Second VAR check of the night. Oh, check done. Play continue. He's a good player, but he's meaty, man. Played well against Arsenal one year, if I can remember correctly. I could be wrong, but the links were meaty, man. Oh. Centre backs are sending man shot. See on this left hand side with Tellez. Puts a ball in. There's only one player really competing. Ocampos tried to do the move. He bicycle kick settings. And yeah, it's probably looked like what I'd attempt if I go into my back garden. If it worked, that would have been one Ray Rooney would have been proud of. It didn't though. Tried to do the Mazda. Got it completely wrong. My money is on Matic scoring the winner. DG, imagine if Arteta is planning to play Caicedo in that inverted right back role, then Rice in the 6, then move Odegaard to that left 8 and have Smith Rowe 10. I think that could use it for some games. Gives us another dimension. I think what Arsenal fans need to get away from, I'm not saying you, but everything being set in stone. Of course, you know, you're not going to play 3 at the back, 2 at the back, 1 at the back, this guy playing, that guy playing. But the systems are going to be fluid, especially if Arsenal keep moving to where it is in my image, where we get better players. So that could be something utilized. And it does give us another dimension and make us a bit more unpredictable, which in theory should mean we can pick up 3 points a bit more. Tellez of Sevilla. Oh, so you never play passes in them areas. Think you'll live with that, but quality weren't the best. Fernando of Sevilla. Galloping forward. Finds the experienced Rakitic. Rakitic dribbling forward to Sevilla number 10. Tellez asks for it, gets it. Tellez, what can he do? It's not the worst of ideas, but again, you got to hit the target to score, do you not? It's unfortunate. It's probably taking Sevilla to go a goal behind to start looking like a team that is playing in a final. Boy. And here we have another goal kick. Jose Mourinho is such a boss, man. Apparently, Dybala is only the second foreign player to score in a major European Cup final for Roma after Pedro Manfredini scored a brace in the Fairs Cup in 1961 against Birmingham, way before my time. Tellez of Sevilla tries to knock it into the channels. Don't know who was trying to find. Chris Smalling will say thank you for that. This Saliba contract negotiation delays worrying the media allies, though. Calm before the storm. Every possibility is a possibility. He could sign it and it's happy days. He could drag his heels into next season about that. Arsenal might say, you know what, forget that, get sold. What's wrong with the Man United? Okay, nothing. It's just a weird camera angle. Ivan Rakitic or Campos skips past one. Surely fouled there. Is giving the foul. not seen Sasha Boy religiously. I don't really think he's of the level, guys. If Arteta wants to rock with him, why not? Romanos of this world played down our interest, but not a clue, man. These rumours just remain rumours until you see something change. And it's a dead ball scenario for Sevilla. Suso, Rakitic, and I believe Tellez all over it. The delivery is going to have to be perfect. It's going to have to be something from the training ground, perfected to perfection to score here. Suso, can he pull it into a dangerous area? He did, to be fair, but it's cleared. The baller will just send it anywhere. He's hoofed it long. And it's gone all the way back to Sevilla's keeper, Bono. 53 minutes on this clock, people. It's still 1-0 to Roma. Lameno. Rakitic. Skips past Suso, finds Navas. Navas, can he beat Spinazzola there? That's a ball into the box, and it's 1-1 for a Jose Mourinho side. I need to see that again. That defending might just be terrible, people. Or maybe it's intricacy from Ocampos. It is 1-1 now, folks. A tale of two Argentines. First the Barlow, and now Ocampos. And it looks like Jose Mourinho's telling his boys just to calm down. Looks like my 2-1 Roma bet is still on. And the stadium, or the white section of the stadium, or white shirts and Sevilla colours, ecstatic. Big up yourself, comrade. Probably won't get 90 million for a man with a year left on his deal, though, like that. That's a ball from Navas. I don't know who has scored that. Navas has put the ball in. Might even be an own goal off Mancini. Either way, Smalling and Mancini have done terribly there to defend against El Nesri. That might even be an own goal. I don't think anyone connected to Sevilla will give a flying monkeys. Ocampos might be shameless for that. Mourinho has messed this up, I fear. Anything can happen. Is that surely a Mancini on goal? Ocampos is shameless, so it's not a tale of two Argentines. VAR. And it looks like Sevilla might mount this comeback now. Rakitic. It's all been them in that regards. Right, it's peak. Now watch this go to pens. Paul lost their man and made a hash of it defensively. Ocampos, that's a cute little flick, but it's just fouled Nemanja Matic. Come on, ref. You could never fall for a foul there, sorry. Somehow Roma have won that. Spinazzola. Matic. Spinazzola. Congested left-hand channel gets them out of it. Dybala dropping deeps. Cristante skips past his man. He's here with Selic, former Leao man, linked with Arsenal once upon a time, then obviously ended up here. When Upamecano is supposedly earning 200 grand a week, surely Arsenal should offer closer to that. They should, but it's two different clubs doing two different things, man. But that is a point. Defenders didn't anticipate the cross, not marking well, body positioning terribly. Probably not the best of defending from Smalling either. The cross has to come in, didn't stop the cross. Was the ball given away from the play, for play to end up on the right side with Navas? Was the ball lost? And to be fair, Sevilla have started a lot better in the second half. They've started the same way they ended the first. Rakitic with a nutmeg. Surely a foul for Tellez there. Great flick by Cristante. Has it gone out? It's crazy because Sevilla finished like 10th in the league, but when it comes to Europa, they're different. There's something in the air over them sides, man. Something in the air. Nah, is that a foul? I think there's a lot of screaming in that. Don't know if that's a foul, though, referee. Nonetheless, free kick's been given against Roma. A Sevilla goal could flip this on its head. Rakitic standing over it. Rakitic takes it. It's not his best piece of work. Sevilla still have the ball, however. Rakitic heads it on. Lemeno. What can he do? That's a good ball. Smalling better defending from him. Dybala. Pellegrini, what was that? And Roma just can't hold on to the ball anymore. And if they don't get their act together soon, boy, it looks like the Europa League trophy could be heading to Spain, folks. I low-key feel this game is going to pens. If it stays this way, it has to. I just need Roma to win. Yeah, they need to want to win for themselves, giving the ball away very cheaply, saying that Sevilla have just done that. Barnes has done well there. This Roma team on paper is awful. Harsh to say awful, but fair enough. The fact remains that replacing Saliba will cost more than giving him what he wants. I have full confidence in Arteta and Edu. They first want to clear Deadwood before making the right offer to Saliba. I just hope we wake up one day and can drop a vid. Saliba signs new Arsenal contract. One love to Reece Nelson, but that's the major. If any announcement video is going to get done, I want to see that. How Roma got to the final is only Jose. Like most managers would probably withdraw out quarterfinals. To be fair, Jose's brilliance has got them there, but Jose, you know, can just show you how to. He can only show you. He can take you to the water. He can't help you drink. You, the players, are the ones out there. Tammy looks knackered. Pellegrini not having the best of games. Oh, that's a foul. Ref surely free kick Roma. Was that free kick worthy? I mean, you ain't gonna get that in Sunday League, eh? You get that in professional football because you're doing the I mean, there's a little late bit of contact, but big you like you, Matic, you're all right, man. There's no way that is enough to bring you down. Arsenal need to stop moving like they're broke and just give City what he wants. Nobody knows though. I'm not saying you're wrong, but who knows? Like the day before, it was something really positive about Saliba new contract. Today, it's no one really knows. And to be fair, even though I agree with you, there has to come a point where they're saying F that. Because you know, it is what it is. Thoughts on Joe Bellingham to Sunderland. He's not quite Jude Bellingham, unfortunately. He's always going to be compared to his brother, even though he's a different player. Decent little move. Keen to see what he's got. Can he cut a career of his own? Free kick to Roma. It's going to have to be Pete Cristiano Ronaldo settings or Nakamura or something. Is it Nakamura? Japanese lad? I don't know if it's going to trouble the keeper from here. But who knows? Let's see. Let's see. Mazza. No, I'm shouting for no reason. That was dead. But it's falling to Dybala. Dybala puts it back into the mixer. Smalling heads it back across. Bono says forget that. And it's into the hands of the Sevilla goalie. Assesses his options. Am I wrong for not seeing the hype behind Jude Bellingham? Like, for me, seems like an icy free builder. You're not wrong. Pardon me. You know, you're entitled to have your own opinion. Me, I think Bellingham's a very special player. But he's at that stage where people just gas it all up now. But saying that, Milner had a great career. He won great trophies. He got, you know, Milner from 16 years of age, been banging balls. He's what? He's like 40 now, probably. And he's only now just leaving Liverpool. But really, when you look at them guys that were playing since 16 and that, you look at Rooney, Cess, two great players, had fantastic careers, legends in their own right. Once they got to their 30s sort of region, kind of went downhill really quite fast. Essentially. He's doing a madness, but now the honeymoon period's over. It don't matter that you're special. If you're at Real Madrid, being special is being average in the sense of like that got you in the building. So now what? And it's a bit like Tchouaméni. He's going through it. He obviously missed the penalty for France. He's been in and out of the team after initially showing quality. Camavinga had to be patient. Vinicius, you know, it's only the last 18 months, 2 years. Vinicius has come a long way from Benzema saying not to pass to him in that. You got to remember, these players are moving young early now. It's not about being the final product. So you got to cut that. The level of scrutiny, even for a young player anyways, let alone Madrid, down to the way you conduct yourself, with the way you eat, everything. It's mad. And you're going to have to be patient because obviously the mantelpiece of Modric and Kroos ain't going to be there forever, but you're going to have to wait. You've got Valverde ahead of you at this moment in time. You've got Tchouaméni and Camavinga ahead of you, and Camavinga's playing left back. Someone else being missed out as well, but that's great. Great for him, you know. Stay at Madrid for a couple of years. He'll move to the Prem one day. Pellegrini in possession. It's an interesting one though, but the scrutiny. I'm no doctor, but it just seems like Bellingham keeps picking up these injuries and keeps having to strap up his knees. Again, I'm no doctor. I hope it's not the thing, but 19-year-old that keeps having to be careful and clever with his knees and things like that. Sounds crazy a bit. Benzema moving to Saudi League now. La Liga moving to the Middle East. Well, if they get Messi over them sides, even though he's been linked with Inter Miami now and then going back to Barca, Benzema, Ronaldo start making it what the MLS was projected to be. Sevilla in possession. Roma have kind of woken up now. Dybala's lost it very cheaply. Endrick getting signed at 16. And we live in a day and age now where it's all about your potential. If you've got potential, people don't want to see star things all the time. Like they forget that, yeah, you could be Jude Bellingham. You've got this exciting potential to be a really, really good midfielder. But how do you get there? What do you do every day to get there? Because the same ones that put these people on the mantelpiece, they're the first ones to tear them down. I've seen it with, not going to mention him that was at United doing the mad thing. Seen it with Saka, seen it with Foden, seen it with a lot of players. Both teams probably getting too emotional. Roma players surrounding the referee. And Jose shouting abuse. It's getting mad with just under half an hour left, people. Looks like the whole Roma bench can't believe Cristante's been issued a yellow card. Surely Jose is going to get booked. Is he? Don't know what the ref's going to do now. Rakitic has been issued a yellow. Looks like the ref's going walkabouts. He's out of camera shot on my TV. I think one of the Roma coaches has been booked, people. Cheap foul to give away from Rakitic, to be fair. Really unneeded one. Anyways, what's that? Biggest fear is Bellingham becoming wheelchair/less daily. All this hype can be a blessing and a curse. It's true. But how's it not? How was it? How was that? Oh, what? I can't even keep up. That was playground settings. How have Roma not scored? Bono injured in the melee. I don't know if the offside flag would have been given anyways, but the ball's been launched into the box. It's pandemonium. Abraham's flying in, Smalling's flying in, and Barnes is trying to hit it with his side foot. I don't know what, with the outside of his boot. Sorry, I don't know why he hasn't just cushioned that with the side of his foot into the back of the net. I don't know why he swiped at it in the way he swiped at it, and it's actually just gone mad wide away from where we're at. Players of both teams flying in. I don't know what he was doing there. Probably showing why he's a centre half. But yeah, in relation to Wilshere and Dele, for all their projected hype and stuff, Ronaldo's coming on. You're right. You know, it is a fear. But when you look at it holistically, Dybala's coming off, by the way. Wilshere's been capped for his country, played at his country at a tournament, won a couple of FA Cups. You know, played for his second boyhood club in West Ham. Dele Alli was a kid, you know, from a council estate and all of that. Played for his country, played in the Premier League, done 1-2 things, played in the Champs final. From a neutral point of view, you can't say that's not winning. From a life point of view, that's winning. Especially with Dele. Even someone like Ravel Morrison, who undoubtedly didn't get his potential, but is still cutting a career somewhere, because what would these guys be doing, unfortunately, if this football team didn't work? And I don't know. I'd hope it wouldn't be that, but you'll know the powers that be. Patricio launches a long ball forward. I don't know if Roma will come to regret that. But how that's not gone in, as Manny and Sirius Brother have said, I don't know. Defied physics somehow. Anthony Taylor's moving a bit too emotional today. Cristante. It's turned into a good little fight, though, battling from both teams. Good reaction from Sevilla after going a goal down. Looks like there's verbal between Mancini and Lamela. It's all Sevilla at the moment. Pardon me. Who did Ocampos just do that to? Was that flip-flap? Plays down this right-hand side. It's in the area. Poor touch. Rakitic doesn't fancy getting into a 50-50. Surely you got to take off Tammy Abraham. He looks knackered and there's no one up front for Roma. Roma, this might not end well, you know. Suso. Delivery. Over. What did Ocampos do there? This is a great reaction from Sevilla. What skill was that? Please replay this. Ocampos has been one of Sevilla's better players. Can't believe there was appeals for handball there. Good play from Pellegrini to put his hand down. Really. Extra time and penalties are probably upon us if it stays like this, people. But more dramatic things have happened in football. Patricio. Long ball forward again. I think Roma needs to start playing football again. I know it's hard for Jose team. But, you know, just giving it away. Casante, that's a yellow, surely, ref, and a foul. Fernando's done a lot of those throughout the game. Nemanja Matic. Mourinho, this is Rob. Scored the goal and just sat back a bit too much. Matic. Slap. Oh, that's a ball. Tammy's falling over. Yeah, Tammy, you need to come off, man. You need to come off. You should be doing a lot better there. Sevilla could launch a counter-attack. Not too many white shirts in support. A sea of, would you say, red or burgundy for Roma? Shirts await them. Don't even know. And to be fair, Tammy worked his socks off. I understand why he's shattered, but is there not another striker? I wouldn't want to take off Tammy if we're talking about extra time and pens and all of these things, but he looks shattered out there. And right now, Roma have no outball. As quick as they clear it, it goes straight back to Sevilla's centre halves. Yes, you might get the occasional counter-attack, and if you exploit that, why not? But Sevilla just seem more motivated, which, you know, Sevilla have had a great reaction to conceding. Ball into the box by Navas. Oh, it's falling to Tellers. Fullback Union. Corner kick. Corner kick. Roma having to withstand a lot of pressure currently. Right after that shot from Tellers, he gestures to the fans. Well, Lotti's a decent option. Might have to throw on just some fresh legs. I can't let his rod, but yeah. Tammy looking like Bambi on nice. In the second half, yeah. In swinging corner by Sevilla. Cut out by Roma. Ronaldo will give chase. Navas. Not the best of passes, but Suso makes it look it. Oh, hey. Who's that? Spinazzola absolutely took everything out of Suso there. And doesn't even say sorry. Made sure he took his man down. Did he get away? Did he get away with that? No, he doesn't. I thought the refs signaled for a throw-in. Sorry, it will be a free kick. 20 minutes basically left, people. Plus any added on time. Plus extra time at this moment in time. Plus potentially penalties. There's a long way to go before this Europa League tie is decided. Suso, is that overhit? Maybe. It's falling to Lamela. No, it ain't. Cameraman. Done me dirty. Again, no outball. Play stopped. Fernando, I assume, has either fouled someone who's offside. Mancini's always arguing and snitching to the ref. It was offside, to be fair. Roma did hold their line very well there. Don't know why nothing was given. Cleared by Sevilla. El Nesri. Still been anonymous, really. Lumped forward for Tammy Abraham. Can he make a meal of that? You'd imagine Bono, that's food and drink to the keeper. Remember when Arsenal were favourites? Hurts, we got knocked out on pens. We were the favourites for the Europa League. Well, I didn't get that memo. Well, a bit like Man United, like Juventus. It's failure, innit? Were Barca in this? I don't even remember. But all the other big teams, like, especially for us, where we don't have the biggest of European pedigrees, anytime you're not in the final as a minimum, it's failure. Another day, another booking for Anthony Taylor to get out the yellow cards. Another Roma man's there. Yeah, Sevilla must finally lose a final. Got the new Arsenal kit today. It's a banger with the gold trim. To be fair, dark art specialist, he made sure he pulled down Lamena as he sensed he's about to do the running thing. John, and go away, man. I never said that. You've never heard me say that. I've never said all of that. Hey, look, Jose, I never lied to you, look. Tammy's come off. Belotti's come on. Tammy and Dybala off. Oof. What that means. Yeah, so Europa League for them. Definitely for me, I wanted to win the Europa League, man. It would have been great. Top 4 and Europa League would have been lit. And it's another kind of sour way to go out of it. Like Olympiacos, Villarreal. I'm defo missing out. And obviously, when we got to the final, we got rubbed out. We lost to Sporting. There's defo another tie that we've messed up in. Never a pen. Campos. Oh, referee. You got a decision to make there. I think that's a penalty for Sevilla. There was one nibble. Campos stayed on his feet. Jose protests. Roma protests. 15 minutes left. It looked like the ref pointed and then he said VAR. Oh, I don't know. The first one didn't look like it. Yes, I can't lie. Yes. That second one from Abanas. That is a pen. That is a pen, ref. He's had 2 bites of the cherry. Ocampos, sheer desire, sees him stayed on his feet. That angle, he might have won the ball. I don't know, man. These things are scary, man. British ref comes and does this game and this bookie stuff. I'm here for this. You lot might as well start fighting. Someone just threw a McDonald's something. He might have got the ball with that angle. I don't think he did with that angle. I don't know, man. I don't know. They just keep manipulating the thing, man. I don't know. No penalty's been given. I don't know, man. That did look like one. What I would say he's a lucky boy, Abanez. That's kind of how Fofana gave away that penalty against Bruno Fernandes. You're taking a risk if you do that. I don't know. If it is legitimately not a pen, or do you know what? You got to give credit to VAR. Campos, you're a liar, you know. You actually tricked me. You tricked me. I respect it. Oh, God, you're going far in life. Hey, Abanez, you did well there. Whoa. Oh, Campos, you're a true liar. I respect it. Dark art specialist, but even in the in the final, I love the mentality. He done me. That was never a pen. He won the ball, so it shouldn't even be one. Bias refs again. To be fair, he's had a mare for both teams. Abanez has been buttered since he's gotten to Roma. I thought he got a tiny piece of the ball. Still lucky. He got the ball. Duke, it's a game, man. Didn't know I was streaming. That's why you got to follow on the social, like Twitter and that. Turn on the notifications. But yeah, fantastic call from the ref. You know what? The ref for that decision, and when he booked Pellegrini for the dive, for me, if I'm always going to slate a ref when they get things wrong, pardon me. You got 2 right. Got the ball slightly, boss case. But what I would say is it's difficult in real time, but don't give the ref a decision to make on another day. If that's in the Prem against certain teams from North London, somehow that's a pen. Lamena, surely a throw-in. Looks like we're set for added on time, unfortunately, people. I say unfortunately because I want to see more quality currently. I don't think the keepers have had that much to do. Own goal. Ocampos was shameless and was celebrating like it was his, but own goal. Mancini, own goal. Assuming you're talking about the Roma one. the Roma goal they conceded. Dybala and own goal have made the difference. Lemina and Suso have been quite good since they've come on for Sevilla. Oh, nutmegs. If you let Suso go out of there. Sevilla just won it a bit more, if I'm honest. But saying that, Roma on an attack. Belotti and Ronaldo leading it. Ronaldo. Mancini. Probably showed his age. That's a good deep searching ball forward. It hasn't come to anything. Rakitic. Knocks it into the left-hand channel. Lemina, no chance. Pulling his man as well. Sheer desire. Ref, how many? That is surely a foul for the right back. Both pulling each other's shirts. Yeah, man, they call me slipping, man. They call me slipping, Pedro. They call me slipping. Everyone has it. Come on, man. The rave was done, man. We're jumping up and down for hours, man. Driving all the way back from North London, from South. And you can see in my eyes that I'm wondering, like, because my first thought is someone tried to harm me, and then I realized what my friends did. So you rate Abraham. I'm a fan of his now. I didn't always rate his thing. Sevilla have committed 11 fouls. Roma have committed 15. 11 minutes plus added on time. How Nesri still on the pitch? I'm not quite sure for people. Oh, surely handball, ref. Roma made a mess of that. Ocampos. Delivered. Oh, important header by Chris Smalling. Ronaldo can't bring it under control. Suso, Sevilla. Smalling, that's a half slice at it. No, fate appeals for a penalty from El Nesri. You need to come off as well. You're not moving serious, man. Throwing for Roma. Yes, Sevilla can't keep that on. I will say it's definitely livened up, but you definitely hope Inter versus Manchester City and West Ham Fiorentina are a lot more kinder to the neutrals in terms of qualities. Balde pulling Belotti. Belotti slide getting rattled there. Roma look shook. They have looked shook for the best part of this second half. I don't know if they thought the job was done, but Roma came out really strong in the opening exchanges of the first half. A bit like how Sevilla came out in the second half on this. Roma are here on this left-hand flank, though. Can they break Sevilla hearts? Poor delivery. Oh, that's hit a hand. I don't think the refs are looking at VAR and that looked like that hit a hand. It's long now. The Barnes is fouled there. Free kick for Roma. Ref signals, regardless of it hitting his hands are down here. Roma player signaling for VAR. DG watching Little Mermaid. Nah, G. You man that are doing that, you definitely got dates. I hear it. Respect it. I mean, that would be a harsh pen to give, but I don't blame Jose and Roma for at least asking for the decision to be looked at. Check over. Nothing's given away. Well, the screen says check over, but it looks like the ref is running to the side. What's going on, man? The ref is going, no. But why are you going to the side? Like, what's going on, man? You're doing too much. Probably going to talk to the managers. You're doing too much. Run the game, man. Michael Oliver, you just want to get pictures. Yeah, oh, well, yellow cards being taken out. Jose's doing seven. You know he's going to come with some mad stats. I'm shameless handball. Top blue, you're not keeping nothing on the back burner. Your personal life's not lit like that. Don't show off your regents. You're not lit like that. Unless you're getting dead things from Weatherspoons or something. I don't know. Why did I just take shots at you? I don't know. Split personality there. The ref wants to be center of attention. Yes, he does, mate. 8 minutes left. I mean, is someone going to snatch this late at night? Not too long left to go. You're not lit, man. Charles, you're not lit. Roma delivery. Oh! How's that not going in? Belotti, joke, man. There's appealing for something. Joke, man. Let me see that again. Great set piece routine. Joke, man. To be fair, I'm getting on to him a bit. Joe, man, come on, man. Oh, to be fair, he might have a point. It looked like Bodo saved that. Did he? Ah, yeah, that is a corner. That is a corner. Big mistake there from the referee. I can't lie. That's a clear corner. Chris Smalling, Nemanja Matic. Good play for Matic, really. Finds Cristante. But Lotti's made a forward one. Cristante's pass is cut out at the first attempt, but him and Roma can keep possession. Mancini needs to release the ball. Never a foul, ref. Ref, you're moving like a muppet. You've just saved him. That is never a foul. Big up yourself, Duke. Take care. Ref being straight Hollywood all game. Can you believe him? Probably got a couple of complimentary tickets. It's a final in that. Want to look back and show your kids that, I was in this game. Doing too much, but it is what it is. Mancini of Roma, deep searching ball. Belotti putting himself about, but there's no real quality. Rakitic, referee has come off you. Play on, ref, man. Sevilla still got the ball. This guy. Elise / Diaby, bring them both. I don't know which one's cheaper. Because they probably charge a premium for Elise. Did they not remove the release clause? Diaby 50 on million. I like Diaby, but I don't think he's lit like that. I think he could do greatly at our club. I don't think he's lit like that. But you don't need to be that, really. Lameno. I'm having them both. I want to say Diaby, but I like Elise a lot in it. He could play a couple of roles. It's a bit like him and Lavia. They're probably more happy to be more rotation options than if you were to get a Diaby and a Caicedo in the counterparts. Surely a foul. Barnes, fouls are gone unchecked. Sevilla once again regained possession. 5 minutes left. They're advancing forward. Is there going to be late drama? Probably not. But I hope I'm wrong. Suso movie settings is taking a deflection. Did that come off a Roma shirt or a Sevilla, man? I'm not too sure, actually. Let's see it again. Tried to put his name in lights. It's taking a deflection off a Roma shirt. Corner kick. An extra half an hour is upon us, potentially, folks. Being in swinging corner with Rakitic. Sevilla have had 4 corners. Roma have had 1. It's delivered by Rakitic. It's cleared by Chris Smalling. He's done that consistently all game. Apart from, obviously, what led to the goal. Between him and Mancini, terrible defending. Not just them. Failure to stop the cross from Navas. Not picking up players. Navas puts another ball in. El Nesri, apologies. There was hands all over him. Not enough to say a pen, but yeah. Pardon me, Suso. Tellers. Fernando finds Navas. Navas finds Ocampos. Takes on one Roma player, takes on another. Ball ricochets off a Roma man, throwing on this right-hand side to Sevilla. Ocampos in a rush. Plays a 1-2 with Navas. Looks to deliver. It'll be another throw-in the same sort of region. Still anybody's guess who brings home this Europa League trophy, folks. It looked at one point that would be wrapped up, and Sevilla had other plans. Boy, extra half an hour upon us, people. It looks like that, unless something can happen in 3 minutes. Eze rejects Nigeria for England. How long before he switches allegiances again? Well, for him, it's got to prove you're not a one-cap man and done, innit? Whether Euros to think about, it just gives you the hope to keep pushing from getting into the squad. A lot of competition. Tell us. Oof. Well, get strapped up, people, because it looks like we're going to be set for an extra half an hour. Navas appeals for handball. Ref is saying forget all of that. Belotti, Pellegrini, gonna mess it up. Thank God he doesn't. Finds her teammate. Terrible from his teammate, really. Sevilla. Wonder how much tiredness now becomes a factor. Mancini, long ball forward again. Tired, quality, terrible. Speaking of that, the Sevilla centre backs made a mess of it. He's fortunate to sweep up his own mess, but should be doing a lot better. Realistically, has this game surprised us, especially in the second half? Roma are going to play ugly and Sevilla are going to try and ball, kind of what we see. Nah, probably ain't. Probably just about right, isn't it? Probably what we expected. I did go 2-1 Roma. Can't see a goal happening in the last 2 minutes of this. Both teams probably going to play it safe. I wonder psychologically for the managers and the both sets of players, for that matter, how much in the back of their minds are they mentally preparing or considering extra time? Surely both. Navas finds Ocampos. Desire. Is that another corner? No, that's smart play, actually. At the last second, a Roma man has kicked it off Ocampos. And it will be a goal kick. Well, both teams are forced to work for this trophy. Good play from Spinazzola, really. Looked like he was in trouble at one point. Just had the presence to know, let me just get a cute little touch off Ocampos and spare my team the trouble of whatnot. Patricio for Roma. I mean, at no attempt have you seen Roma try to play out from the back, have you? Like, it's another long ball forward and it's going to be fighting to bring the ball down. Here we go. It's back here with Sevilla. Thought Lamena was fouled there. Ref don't agree. Scrappy. Into the 90th minute, people, essentially now. How much minutes of added on time will there be? 6 minutes of added on time, folks. 6 minutes of added on time. Boy, will it be decided in extra time? Who knows at this rate? Will it go all the way to penalties? Who knows at this rate? Rakitic. Lamena. Rakitic with the outside of his foot, it doesn't quite come off. You've seen Rakitic do that a number of times. That was not one of them. Throwing over here. Wijnaldum thought he needs to do a lot better there. Like he didn't expect to get the ball. If Inter score first, this will probably be how the game will turn out in the Champions League final, extra time settings. I don't know, man. I hope Roma win. I mean, Inter win. I don't want an English team to do it. Thanks for the season, lad. Great content. Appreciate that, Con, man. Without you, like, it can't be that. Effort's gone over the bar again, so I appreciate that, man. Do you rate Matic? Well, yeah, obviously. Matic had a great career. He's been at Man United, been at Roma, obviously been at Chelsea. Had, you know, there was a time where he was probably in his position and his role one of the best in the world. Like, it's Matic, isn't it? Obviously, moving over to Italy probably extends your playing career by a number of years, which he's taking benefit of. There's a reason Jose keeps buying him. Someone he can trust and whatnot. Patricio. Searching ball forward. To be fair, that was a good goal kick, I felt, but it's fallen to a Sevilla man again. Yeah, can we just hurry up with extra time, man? None of these teams want to play what's left of this game, man. They're not trying, man. They're not trying. Big up you lot on the late shift. Proper final settings now. Be interesting. Navas having a good game. Yeah, he is. To be fair, there isn't many players for both teams that I feel are playing terrible. El Nesri's been anonymous. Tammy was good in the first half, lackluster in the second, but I think everyone could leave thinking they played all right, man. Look back, I called 1-1 going to penalties. American Gooner, again, we need the lottery tickets if you can predict the future, mate. But yeah, you were bang on. You got 4 minutes, well, just under 4 minutes of that prediction ringing true. I went 2-1 Roma in 90. Yeah, falling off. There's still time. Lottery is incoming. Wait, what's the ref doing now? Okay, I just think it's the Someone needs to tell the BT guy that for us that are not listening to the commentators, just show the game. Because when I start zooming in on individuals, I think that controversy is happening. Ocampos, don't quite know what he tried to do there. Handball's given against him as well. Three minutes left. Boy. And I guess Roma just have to think about, like, why did they sit back so much for Sevilla? Why didn't you play the way? Nothing ever goes like properly right in this world, but why didn't you, why did it take for you lot to go a goal down to start playing like this? Because in my opinion, Sevilla have been the stronger team. But how far does that go? Again, what saves as both keepers needed to make? Long ball forward here, Belotti, Cristante, poor from him, poor from him, poor from him. What could have been a promising final-ish sort of attempt by Roma comes to nothing. Nemanja Matic. I don't know what Spinazzola was doing there. Couldn't have been trying to find a teammate. Ocampos and Co. cheering up and rallying up their troops. To be fair, Sevilla, good reaction. Still believe Matic will bring this to Rome. Hey. So there's 2 minutes to make Sevilla. Could you imagine losing it in 2 minutes? It's gutting. Again, I think about some of the most painful cup finals Arsenal played in. Oh, sorry, Sevilla on the counter-attack here. Lamena. Oh, he's fouled there, ref. It's gone against him. Fair enough. Yeah, as I was saying, obviously on paper, losing to Chelsea in the cup in the Europa League final should hurt a lot more than Barcelona. And because we got battered, but the Barca one, because it's the way it just got finessed. We got finessed. It was started off lit. So Campbell and that, even with 10 men, we was holding on and that. After the run we had, training that, to be fair, we're Arsenal, as much as I like us, when it comes to Europe and certain moments, like this season in the league, we're Coach Carter, man. Our theme is Coach Carter. It's one of them ones. Mighty Duck settings. Suso hits it. Oh, it's filled by the keeper. Surely that's offside. Lamena, he should have passed that. Fernando, it shows why he's a number 6. And it whistles wide. Part A to Italy, here we go. What links are they now? Patricio could have been in problems there. Lamena probably should have set up Suso. Probably should have set him and let him smash it. Wait, the Van Persie red card still stings. Do you know what stings? Do you remember? I can't remember the year, but we definitely had Sylvester because we're going with a tired Sylvester. This is before his best days at United. After we're at the Camp Nou with that and Messi. At that point, I think we're actually leading the tie. It is now time for extra time. There's an extra half an hour upon us, people. It's mad. Crazy stat. This is the first time since 03 a Jose team has conceded a goal in the European final. Is there anything this can't do? Wait. So yeah, what have you lot made of the game so far in relation to the 90 minutes, people? Is this the right scoreline? Do you feel someone should have won this over 90? It's heading to extra time, though. That's one thing that's for certain. Wait. 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 Let's see what the final statistics of that final is saying so far, people. It's not been the most interesting one. It's livened up in moments. It's not been the greatest European final. To be fair with you, Sevilla have had 16 shots, only 2 on target. Roma have had 8 shots, 4 on target. 6 shots on target between the two sides. Not the best. Roma have had 34% of the ball to 66 of Sevilla's. Roma have played 270 passes to just shy of 500 of Sevilla's, 496 to be exact. Sevilla have had 4 corners. Roma have only had 1. Crazy. Roma have committed 16 fouls. Sevilla have committed 15 fouls. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube and on Twitch as well. Don't forget that. Come on. So yeah, hopefully the game live is up. But right now, I think if you're not watching it, I think the stats are telling the truth, really. And I keep saying it, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but people fundamentally, there has not been enough shots on target between these two sides. Essentially, neither team is going to be the best team in the world in a creative sense, but nonetheless, you get the point. Absolutely. Hopefully, the other European finals and the FA Cup final, which we will be doing a watch along for on Saturday, is a lot better than this. Roma is going to come out strong in the first half, 15 minutes to scrap a golden part of the bus for the last 15. I don't know, because how much are you going to be prepared to risk it? Obviously, fortune favours the brave, but I think Sevilla are more likely to go kind of gun ho, really. But you kind of have to half go for it. But then you've also got to be a bit sensible and think about what you're doing a little bit. You take that risk, you can come home with nothing, essentially. If Roma lose this, then they will be in the Conference League next season. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Who's in the Conference League from the Prem? Spurs and that. In fact, they're not even in that. Only way Roma win is pens. Bless up to you, Mr. Arsenal, co-host of today's live broadcast show of the final of the Europa League final football matchup. Kenesha, appreciate that. Co-host? Oh, unless I'm hosting it with you, Lord. Like, I would like to do it with people, but like, no one else here. Appreciate the kind words, though. Conference League. Who's actually qualified? Let me actually type that in and educate myself. Conference League. Premier League. Who's actually in there? Villa, surely that's Villa. Second half is right upon us, so I'm actually not going to be able to look at that. Don't even know. I'll be real. Zulitsky's coming on for Roma. He's a decent little player. I'll be real. Again, I know Arsenal haven't won the Champions League, and I'm in no position to be snooty, but I'm only really interested in the Champions League. The only time I was interested in the Europa is if we win this. If we don't, I don't want to hear about it. Obviously, it's a final, so we had to do a watch along. Villa, shout out to Villa. Have to credit Emery because they looked mad. Their season looked mad at one point. Credit to them. So that means Spurs know Europe, Chelsea know Europe. And as much as I banter both of them clubs, I'm actually just thinking about next season where both teams kind of need to reset. Liverpool are not going to have to take, with the greatest respect to Europa League, not going to have to take the Europa League that seriously until you get out of the group. Newcastle, Arsenal, and Man United are going to have to take the Champions League with the utmost importance. Why is the ref getting the cards out and then giving them to his assistant? Hey, you lot are on some image thing, man. Anthony Taylor run the game, man. It's late. An extra half an hour is now upon us, folks. When the ref's ready, Roma have re-kicked off. Apologies for that, people. All pressing the wrong thing. Here we go. I'm going to have to deal with that. Brian left Tottenham to win a trophy. There's always agendas. We either gas up Jose Mourinho or the Brian Gill thing. Harry Kane, see what moving to Spain could do for you. If Sevilla lose this, they are not in any of the European comps as they finish 11th. Whoa. This is why cup competitions are dangerous because form goes out the window. It comes down to passion, desire, and all them other jazz words. Sevilla's Lemena. To be fair, Lemena has been a very positive substitution. Him and Sosa have done very well. Ocampos also done well. Suso, I was talking you up. Don't embarrass the commentator. Slows the whole attacking move, but he carries on, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Arsenal need to arrest. I don't know what it is, but we need to arrest the issues. I think we suffer a lot psychologically in high pressure moments, even though that's improved. But if we now want to be, if we're talking improvements on what we used to be, fantastic, a million improvements. If we're talking about a team that's now trying to aspire to be in Europe and above and get far in competitions, it's not good enough. There's a lot of things we need to do psychologically on the training ground that as are important, if not more, than just bringing in players if we want to do what we're doing. Slightly pressed the wrong time with people, you know. I think there's enough time to change that. It's bugging me out. Should have pressed 91. Apologies. Bang on there, actually. Oh, Fernando, you look familiar. I think Emre will get Villa at least to the semi-finals of the Conference League. All depends what teams are in it, because I don't know. All depends the state of the injuries and form and all of that jazz. High pressure mistakes. That is that though. That is literally that, and I don't believe that as well. I hear you. You know, obviously we went to penalties and that, but we didn't do our job across both legs. And I think the Villarreal, and I think everybody, I think Mikel Arteta, as much as I like him tactically as well, you did a mad thing against Sevilla with the false nine stuff with Smith right at the time, like 2 seasons ago against Brighton. I don't think you named it. We didn't go attacking enough in the second leg at home, and I think there was unnecessary changes in the defensive backline. Then it's a learning curve for everybody because the dynamics only get worse now. Like in the champs, we lot been waffling about getting in there. And again, issues defensively. You know, you look at game. You know, you look at how we make things harder than it needs to be against Sporting in the first leg. When you remove your emotion and your ecstasy, and you look at the Man United game at home, when you look at West Ham away, when you look at Liverpool away, when you look at Aston Villa away, again, remove your emotions on what we did or did not do in that game. Psychologically, we weren't either starting games well, closing halves well, switching on defensively, being switched on the transition. And it's not just individual mistakes, really, because if, you know, there's been several players who have made individual mistakes. If everybody in the team is doing it, there's something that needs to be arrested. As I said, the mentality has improved. But to be champions, you need to chase the illusion of perfection. And there's been moments where we crumbled. There's a reason City's form against bigger teams this season away from home has been poor. They picked up 3 points here. Against Southampton at home, look nervous because of external factors. I'm pretty sure you can go back to the start of my watch along against Manchester City, folks. We look scared in the changing rooms. Learning curves. You know, not to big up, not using Sevilla as a stick to beat us with, pause. But you lot are getting onto their domestic form, right? Somehow they've got into a final here. Tellers will be coming off. I wouldn't say City are overrated. I think that's quite crazy to say, but fair enough, lad. Proof's in the pudding, really. Tellers, unfortunately, for Sevilla has to come off. It's getting to that time where people are going to get injured. Navas is coming off. The captain gave a good account of himself. So would he be a Sevilla legend? For me, as an ignorant non-Sevilla fan, yeah. He's 35 odd, need to rest the old man's legs, and it looks like there'll be a change at fullback. Boy, Montel is coming on. Need to find that dog, bro. And big it up. And that's why I don't think you're listening, bro. I said it's improved. But as I said, if we're talking of what Arsenal used to be to what we've done this year and off the back of the end of last year, excluding missing on top 4, that is great. If you're looking at for a team that wants to get into a European final, a team that wants to go one better than they did, we need to arrest this. Because if City are overrated, that further backs up my point that is, ooh, lovely from Pellegrini there. Further backs up my point that Arsenal had this thing in their hands and crumbled. Zielinski sent someone shot. Good block by Sevilla. But yeah, less than that, man. City couldn't do that, but City have also gone into moments of one. Like, when I swap places with City, yeah, they won the war. We won some battles. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We won a couple races. But learning curve, not just for us, for several teams. As I said, next year, City are always going to be the top done. Chelsea are going to have to rebuild. Liverpool have Europa League. Spurs have no Europe. Arsenal, Newcastle, Man United have Champions League. You know, Ten Hag's just walked in, basically. Arteta's not quite just walked in, but new squad and all that jazz. Eddie Howe, how do they maneuver when they've now got Champions League football versus 1 game a week? So, yeah, Martin Odegaard to Paris Saint-Germain. Couldn't begrudge him for wanting to go to Paris Saint-Germain, but apart from the obvious, what reason have you got to depart this football club at this moment in time? Corner kick to Roma nonetheless. Not really the best of corners. Seems like both teams are kind of waiting for pens, if I'm honest. Maybe that's not necessarily true. Just look knackered. Look absolutely knackered. It's to be expected. Throw in for Roma. Not quite sure why there's been a delay, but there has. Matic, Pellegrini. So all the way back to Smalling, not a single Sevilla man engaging with Smalling. Time and space, years even on the ball. Tries to hit a ball into the channels. Don't think the quality was quite there. The substitute Montel's done all right. Ocampos has done even better to keep it on. But again, tired legs, man. There's not too many forward options. Now they're starting to arrive. Rakitic, Lemena. Someone's got to pull the trigger. Lemena wanted to be too acute on his left foot. Suso. Rekic, who's come on. Fernando, back to Rekic. Brother of Omar Rekic, who's currently still at Arsenal. Don't know if he'll make it here, but yeah, he's here. Went Wigan after a testing spell over there in Holland. It's been a decent game, probably what we all expected. It's got to be heartbreaking if you lose it at this point now, isn't it? But then again, in theory, not that I ever want to lose, but I'd rather lose in extra time than penalties. Penalties it is the harshest way to you saw, you obviously saw Saka, Sancho, and Rashford, obviously at the Euros. You obviously, someone mentioned Man United, John Terry slipping against Chelsea a few years ago, Coventry the other day. It is what it is, really. It's got to be the harshest way. Arsenal FA Cup 05, if I can remember correctly. Primary school them times. Man said Mustafi. Where is he? Where is Mustafi these days? Can't still be kicking ball. Surely not. Last time I checked, them lot were getting run out by. He went back to Germany. The fans were running them out after relegation. That's the last time I checked in with Mustafi. I've forgotten about that guy. That is one. Well, I like you more than Koscielny. I didn't like the way Koscielny left the club, so I'll be shameless with the agenda. But I'll never forgive. You know what? I can forgive a player for not being good, for making mistakes. What I can't forgive someone for, from a fan, whatever year it was where we played Man City in the League Cup final, Aguero's running through in our half, about to score. You're still stood on the halfway line appealing for a foul or offside or whatever it was. Madman. Madman. 452 passes. That's a bit different from what Google said for Sevilla. Ref, that's a foul. Surely a late one from the Roma man. Jose got this. Marcel, boy, this has got to be one of the closest finals he's ever participated in. Probably sat back a bit too much. Newcastle versus Atletico Madrid would be the dirtiest game in the Champions League. Newcastle are bad news for the rest of the historical top six. And if Brighton are able to hold on to 1-2 players and keep adding to, they'll probably listen, McAllister's probably gone, Caicedo might go, but they got that NCO guy, they got Mitoma, there's a next guy as well, begins with a B. They got decent players. If they start holding on to players, especially with them being in the Europa, start becoming competitive. Long ball forward by Roma. It's fallen to Ronaldo. I tell a lie, hasn't. He's misjudged the flight of the ball. Campos has ripped him there. He's put it over his head. Done quite well. Wouldn't be one of the better Sevilla players today. Shout out to you lot tuned in. Don't forget to hit the like button and appreciate you lot for watching this 100 minutes so far of Europa League final business with myself. Rekic to substitute, bombing down the left for Sevilla. Checks inside, finds Fernando. Rakitic. Montel wanted to launch it in the box. You can see his further forward Sevilla teammates say, listen, go back home, retain the ball. Yeah, that guy, Marcel. Yeah, forgive me. I can't say that, but he's lit. The scouting, listen, so far, Brighton have shown from everywhere they can find ballers. They need to go Caribbean as well, because you've been Asia. I'm sure you got a couple African players in your academy. You've been everywhere, man. South America, specifically Ecuador, Paraguay. It's lit. And as you've seen, if you can, if you can exploit that, Premier League team's got money. Cucurella 60 mil. Benjamin White's a lot better than how Cucurella's been, but 50 mil at the time off the back of one season. See the premiums being given. Appreciate that. Yo, love the channel, bro. Score prediction for the Conference League final. 2-1 Fiorentina. How do you think Luton will do? Need to see what they do in the summer, but I hope it's not Arsenal. But you know they're gonna pull off a couple of shock results at their place. Probably it will end up being us, but yeah, not looking forward to that still. Commiserations to Coventry. Smalling loses it. We got the Women's World Cup. Sevilla in extra time. Roma on pens. Italians have ice in their veins. They're going to need to get that. Any cheeky little Women's World Cup watch-alongs during the summer. Was planning to do under 21s and that. Why not? Why not? We always watch Arsenal women. So why not? This gives us something, innit? Ooh, galloping run here from Roma. The pass is terrible. It's cut out. The quality for both teams is slightly dropping. Big up West Ham. I got no beef with West Ham, but like, I don't know, man. If I had to bet money, I don't know why I just bet on Fiorentina. It seems like there's an upset there. If it's not Arsenal, I don't want the English team to win the final unless it benefits me in any way. Sorry for being selfish people, but I've seen my team go Europa League final. We've been the bridesmaid. We've not got married yet. Champions League final. See this life. I deserve it. Big up Arsenal, but I deserve it. I deserve it. You look that big up. You look that follow my Football Manager watching along. That's all I talk about. That's all I want to win. That crumbled in that with Arsenal. Funny enough, crazy. Sevilla in possession here, folks. 2-1 West Ham. Guess it would be nice for Declan Rice, leave on a high. If I was David Moyes, slyly I'd bow out as well. Kept them up, European trophy. Sometimes you got to leave out when you're on the top. Like what's it? Is it Spalletti? Got no reason to leave Napoli, but just cut out while you're on top. Oh, Ocampos, is he gonna rip his man? Gets past Spinazzola. That's a decent ball. I lied. It's not. Probably overhit. Throw in Roma. If West Ham win the Conference League, Rice will be 150 million. I don't know about 150 million. My guy shout Rice, but 150 million is a madness. I think everyone will pack it up and say, do your thing. Sevilla on the ball here, people. No Shari time. Boy. It's looking like penalties, man. Got a next 15 minutes to come, but it's firmly looking like penalties are on the agenda. Unless there's a lapse in concentration, a moments of brilliance, a dodgy penalty decision. Both teams look like they're tired. It's not that they don't want to take risks, but yeah, man. Were you in Brockwell Park the other day? Where's that? Game's putting me to sleep. Nice for some. Suso goes home. Where's that? Is that South? Nah, G, nah. Catfish, nah. I don't go out, bro. How many pulls of the shirt is a Roma man going to get there? Free kick Sevilla. Zulinski's been booked. Very talented young player there. Under Jose's wing. You not see, and I love to see that because Jose's teaching in that. Nah, I weren't there, G. Was you there? If you was there and you may have saw me or this doppelganger, you should have just said, well, go on, my guy. I weren't there though, man. What was there? What was there? What was there? It weren't me, man. It weren't me. It weren't me. It weren't me. My friends were there. They sent me the snap. Free kick to Sevilla. The man said free kick. Apologies, corner. Throwing bottles at Rakitic as well from the stands. Oh, Nesri appealing for a pen. I take him off. That was horrible, man. Fair enough. The whole world was there, really. The whole world was there. Skilly let me down, man. Allegedly. Serious over. Another goal kick to Roma, which means another long ball forward. There's 2 minutes added on. Come on, man. Listen, just run the next 15 and let's see people crying after penalties. No need for this added on time. It's not a game like that. Did you see that 2 people used 1 ticket to get in and the security didn't say anything? I respect that. But to be fair, there was group bookings. And that from, is it Bayday? I can't say his name. Balde. Pardon me. That's miss swipe of the ball there. That's tiredness. Blank check, you can bring in 5 players over the summer. Who are you picking? Ziba Mendy, Declan Rice, Caicedo. Might even look at that Ramesh Højlund you over there at Atalanta. His form doesn't suggest it, but Kareem Adeyemi. Yeah. Quick turnaround, people, as we begin for the second half of added on time. We need a right back and Fresneda. We need a centre back. Edu Arteta, let's talk about scouting. Just bring me a centre back. Teeny leaves, I need a left back. Oi, let's activate. You've been missing. Ocampos missing a pen. Irony must strike again. Is that the same Rekic from Arsenal? No, that's his brother. I'm sure his older brother Rekic. That's the one that's actually spent time at Manchester City. Kareem. Yeah, I was just looking on Wikipedia. Yeah, he was at Man City. Then he went on loan to Portsmouth, Blackburn Rovers, PSV. Joined Marseille permanently. Then went to Hertha Berlin. And then went to Sevilla, where he currently is right now. And Omar was at Wigan last year. Football turns around so often, but I'm sure that was his second loan. But I'm sure he was on loan in Holland at Sparta Rotterdam. It didn't really work out for him in the first half of the loan spell. Come on, shout yourself. Let's activate. Stop Reading, top blue. Stop Reading, stop Reading. You don't know him like that. I'm chatting. You do. It's all entertainment. Jose Mourinho rallying the troops, got his tactical board out. Boy, penalties. You'd imagine both teams for the last couple of weeks, or at least this week, have worked on penalties. They have to have worked on penalties. This is a possibility. It's looking like it's going to be the cruelest way to decide who wins it, though. God, please, can none of the IC3 players miss, please? Don't need the social media antics. Just trying to create a homely vibe. Deluded. What with next man? Yeah, pause. All inclusive, do what you want, but what is scary? Fair enough, man. Let's activate. Top blue wants to link you. That is cool, man. DJ, it makes me sad how Zubimendi links have gone quiet now. I really wanted him at the carpet. It looks a myth. We should sign João Cancelo and Gundogan this summer. Gundogan is actually so underrated. Is he really underrated, though? If everybody says he's lit, is he really? You can't be underrated. Like I can't believe Gundogan slept on. Like, you're lit. Like, it's Gundogan. Llorente will be coming on for Roma. El Shari's coming on. Just waiting that. This is crazy. Yeah, still 1-1, man. Still 1-1. 15 minutes for things to change. Diego Llorente, when did you end up at Roma? Shout out you. Shout out your agent. Oh, Sahari's coming on. Lorenzo Pellegrini's off. I wonder if that's with penalties in mind. Sevilla to kick off this second half of added on time. 15 minutes left now, people. I'd like to, man. I need the industry plug. I'd like to interview players again, man. It'd be late, man. It'd be late. Pretty difficult. Only one man that's been winging it in honesty. Just shooting DMs and that, like all them interviews is because they've just been kind enough. And now you're at that stage where a lot of players' futures are a bit, techie. So we'll have to see. But you know what? I'll give myself to, let's say, the week the 12th of June, we'll start DMing people. It will start from now anyways. But you need to have that cosign, man. Oh, Rekic, that's good play. It's Tyrone Ezri and he's forced out wide. He's going to die, man. You're not on nothing. Needy. Would love to. Roma is going to win 2-1 for me. We'll have to see, man. Thoughts on Kovacic to City? Let's sign one of them at Arsenal. Like, big up Jorginho, but I'm sure if you go back to my January video, I was like, if we're going to take anyone, it should be him. Can see how he fits into the City system. He's a baller. They ball out. Kind of helping Chelsea don't do it, really. Like, gas him to go abroad. Ball in to Sevilla. It's kept alive by the centre half. Oh, that's a deep. No, I'm lying. The camera angle done me. Shout Mwamba, I'm sure. Maybe one day get back to that, man. I think now the collaboration thing is just long, man. It's needed, but it's long, man. Another goal kick to Roma. That means another long ball forward. Healthy cover in the Pep system. Cooks. Be ridiculous. I wouldn't say the Rodri role, but you could see him doing that, not like a 6, but you could see him just collecting the ball off the centre halves and doing the dribbling thing. Equally, you could see him further forward. You could see him rotating in and out the side. I think it's, like you're saying, like healthy Kovacic Cooks. I don't know why Chelsea are letting him go. I don't know why he's, some Chelsea fans I speak to are not really keen on him again. I don't know. What do you think, sell Xhaka or Partey? Well, Xhaka, because he's got 1 foot out the door, and if Partey leaves, there's no 6 really. You look at big up El Nene, he'll be here for another year for the squad, but you haven't got another 6. Not that we have another 8 at this moment without the luxury of, I guess, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Vieira being groomed into that role. I can't lie, I miss Prem already. Bro, the season you had, I need an emotional relaxation. Smalling wins the head though. Remember, people, it's penalties after this. Kovacic has to cut. But why, though? Lamena's done well there. He's done very well. Oh, ref, you're joking. Ref, you're joking. Somehow a foul's been given against Lamena. Ref, you're joking. Same, I missed Prem already. So relieving the season's over. That was a proper roller coaster. Shout yourself, Riley. Out of 10, a 6. Wait, how is Matic still? Matic, if anything, Fernando should be collapsed. How is Matic the one saying he's hurt? You slid in. This ref's having a mare. How is that foul being given? I mean, he's an ex-Tottenham player, so I don't really care. But how is that being given against Lamena? Big up yourself, Josh. Chelsea too focused on new toys. Agati to appreciate that cover. I know we had a poor season, but I'm just talking in general as a football fan. It's nothing like Prem. Fair enough. I hear that. Me personally, it's nice to have well, it's not really a break, but yeah, I think I needed one. Yellow card for Lamena. Again, fair enough. If the ref has seen something, I think that's harsh. Man down for Roma. I hope Ibanez is okay. 10:30 p.m. over here in the United Kingdom, folks. And it's still 1-1. Did he catch him? Only, it's one of them. Only Lamena will know. I can't lie. I think we've all done that in Sunday League. Someone that you've been in shenanigans with all game, they're running, you see in your peripheral vision, a little thing like that, but that could be an honest mistake. It looks like he's just trying to shield the ball. Only he will know, what he's doing. These young guy in Barca, any recommendations? Just cruise around Las Ramblas. Well, do your research, because there's certain areas, just avoid staying in certain areas. Not going to cry, but just avoid staying in certain areas, my guy. But Barcelona's lovely, that. I'm not the most seasoned of places in Europe, but I felt mad comfortable in Barcelona. I could see myself living there. Lamena has been at S House. It was on purpose. That's what I think, but only he will know. It's one of them. Only you know in your heart if you tried a bit of malice there. Where are you watching the game from, brother? Assuming country. Sure you can hear by the accent, but the United Kingdom. Ibanez is still down, folks. So he looks like he might be, fair enough. He might be in a fair bit of trouble. Probably checking if he's got all his teeth still in there and his nose is still straight. Right, yo, bad guy, man. Oh, guy, to be fair, lip his boss. Damn, homie. Damn. You're gonna tell them. Hopefully that's provokes issues. I want to go Camp Nou and do the Ganacho Pedri celebrations to mock the. Why do you beef everybody? Man, beef in Sevilla, Barca. What have these Spanish clubs done? He's not trying to take a pen. He's trying to press the panic alarm from early. And lip his bust though. That looked like that hurt. That does hurt as well, especially when you're not expecting that. Could have been worse though. He could have lost a tooth like Gabriel. Play restarts. Patricio gets us back in it. Pen's not for the faint-hearted. I'm glad my team not involved right now. My heart couldn't take it. You hear that, man? Oh, I'm watching on TV, bro. But it is on YouTube. So open up another tab, mute that commentary, and big up DG. Would you take any Arsenal players, any players at Arsenal from these two teams? Man about to take the corner, Zulinski. There's no need for the baller, but I'll take the baller because I like him. There's a young player that made his debut for Sevilla. I can't remember his name. He's not playing now. Centre mid. Apart from that, not really. Good players, though. Gil / Lamela to join Ndombele as possible 30 man to win trophy since they left N17. Hey, look at the best stadium in the Prem, though. Allegedly. That's a good award. Harry Kane won the Golden Boot and all that. Couple years ago, won all these, you know, didn't he get like the freedom of the city? Never liked UEFA for load. These Barca fans can hold it after this season. You're onto them, man. Rakitic. Unless a miracle happens, Rakitic. It's en route to penalties. El Nesri, you're probably only staying on because you're probably one of the best penalty takers at the club. I think UEFA's. Football question aside, DG, is simply never worth it. Well, but no, I would say no, but if there was no simps in the world, people like us couldn't thrive. There's got to be suckers in this world. You know, I wouldn't say it's worth it, but if that's what you want to do, you need that, isn't it? But no, I would say no. Don't get twisted. If you're in a calm relationship and you both feel the same way and she adores you and you adore her, there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. But it's him, like the man who overdid it and that. The dons who pay for OnlyFans and them thing there. Sending peace to people they know you're not climbing or don't really rate your thing like that. Crazy. You ain't got a backbone. But we need people like you. If there was no duds in the world, you know, if there was no Hudson Odoi, you wouldn't know Saka's a sick footballer, innit? Wait, Roma head tennis not working. Did you see Suso's goal against Juventus? Unfortunately not. Just World Cup, how's the game been? Let me guess, it's been better than people expected, but you're not missing much. Obviously, Roma took the lead. Sevilla have hit back, and Sevilla have probably been the better team across this game. There hasn't been too much quality beyond that. Rakitic hitting the post is one of the best moments. Have not been too many chances in the final third. I don't think you've missed anything if you ain't seen that. Hey man, big up answer to that. I knew it. Fishing, top blue. I was fishing. I knew I'd get a reaction. Left the fishing rod in there, pause. To marinate. Exactly. But yeah, it's a mad thing, man. Don't do that because more time, the more you do all of that simple stuff, the more they're not gonna be on you. Like, and if she doesn't, what's the word, man? But if your efforts aren't being appreciated, go on Vingy, innit? Elsewhere, there's no point giving water to a dead horse. Not that I'm comparing women to horses. That it don't make sense. Why would you keep Why would you keep watering dead plants? It don't make sense. Not that I know anything. This is what you guys say, man. Who do you want to win? Sevilla. There's another man down. Don't think Matic was troubled on the ball there. I hope he's all right. He's holding his chest. I hope that's not serious. Exactly. I mean, he's holding his chest. Then there's cramps. I don't know what's going on. Is this designed at wasting time? Do Roma reckon they're more likely to win at penalties? Luck of the draw. Really and truly, if you want to take it there. John, do that. Do that. If your schedule's peak, then don't. But do that. If you're a striker, like you're seeing with El Nesri, you might not get chances in the game. If someone creates a chance for you, better score. Movies are there to be lived, but you need to decide, do you want to be a hero or a villain? And do you want to just downright star in the movie? Crazy. I wish Roma win. It's looking like penalties, man. There's levels, man. Especially as men, you got to be... Listen... Just don't be a simp in it. Don't. If you care about yourself, don't be a simp. And don't be stupid out here, man. I think the wickedest thing is men and women are trying to finesse each other now. Everyone is trying to see who finesses that one. Playmaker. I'm the... Yeah, you're right. Listen, because I know I'm going to get messages. What do you think you're funny? My passport is verified. You know, silly. Roma because of Jose Mourinho. I'd like for Jose to win, but really I've got no allegiances in this game. If Ainsley Maitland-Niles was still on loan, then maybe. Penalties are upon us unless something happens. Sevilla could be in here. That's surely a foul for Roma. It is. Roma got to get the win here. It's heading to pens. It's heading to pens. We're a few moments away from pens unless something dramatic happens. Big up yourself, Let's Activate, for resubscribing for a month. You've been subscribed for 19 months. DG Nation members, part of the Hall of Fame. I don't think I've seen Patricio of Roma play, like, pass it 5 yards, you know. Not that I'm saying he needs to. I'm just like, this is a Sunday league as it gets. Pardon me. Roma are defo playing for pens, man. They're defo playing for pens. That's another man down. Matic again. He's defo chatting. He's defo chatting. He's defo chatting. Hey, Rod, who's Jose? Jose going to beat someone up? Jose said, can I do a sub? Jose's trying to back. Hey, my uncle. Hey, Jose, cuss your mum. Bang him. Bang him. Yes, drama. Hey, someone throw something, man. Someone push someone. Yeah, the push is starting. Yes. Hey, someone throw something. Someone do something, man. Jose say, let's bless the beef. There's too much people around. Let's chill out. Look at the aura of Jose. No, look. When he's in your lot's faces, you're humble, though. Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. And so this is some of the only action some of these subs are gonna get. All this running up and down from the Sevilla men. Mate, you're capping though. Look, man's like, oh. It's that when you know you're younger, you don't want to go to school. You do a good job. Like, God, mum, forgive me. God, forgive me. Lying to your mum now, ill-headed. Oh, I can't go to school today. And the minute it's calm, you're at home alone. PlayStation. Another substitution, anyways. He's capping with that. I'm sorry, people. Listen, I'm sorry. I just like this, man. Mate, that was at the end of the night. You're moving mad, Riley. That's the end of the night. Oh, listen. I'm gonna go with you, look. I don't listen to the blogs and all these things, man. Come on, man. It's the blogs and that. I'd rather keep that. That's actually better. It's actually better. It's better for Brandon. It's actually better. You see, we put on the Benzema. Oh, things I hate drawouts. Oh, I thought Roma was going to be in there. Sorry for making bare noise. There is a love affair with 6 minutes. Another 6 minutes added on. Oh, man. Sevilla attacking. No, I spoke too soon. What's all this 6 minute stuff? Every minute. These minutes of our lives we're not going to get back. Yeah, I have. All right. John, yeah, I have. Yeah. Not the Bosches, though. It's on YouTube, literally on UEFA's website once again. It's 1-1 in this tie currently, people. And it looks like pens. Jose Mourinho, to be fair, for all his antics on the sidelines, it's taking him a while to get that yellow card. But hey, look, we're all playing a different game. Like, we're all playing a different game. Some of us can afford to do that when you're certain calibers and that. People that got it together. Don't get twisted. If we're in other domains, then 100%. not. Ball in from Sevilla. Can they nick it? They might just nick it. No, they didn't. Patricio time wasting once again. They haven't. They haven't. It's a big ask, man. Normally mistakes start being made around this time. Hasn't quite been true today. Smash the like button if you have not done such, people. Where 6 minutes added on time. This is when dark arts can go against you. Amen. So now you got to switch on. And look at the emotions from both sets of fans. El Nesri, you're acting, man. You ain't done nothing today. You have to score your pen for Sevilla because you've not really contributed nothing. 5 minutes left until penalties. The young tugs are on for Roma. I wonder who the penalty takers are. Belotti. Ooh, absolutely shifted off that ball really there. Given away cheaply by Sevilla. Kept alive. Surely a free kick. Wow. Wow. Even Tammy Abraham's on the sideline cheering them on. Wow. Both done all right there. Hey, Rafa Mir, Jordan and Rafa Mir, sit down, man. Jordan used to be linked with Arsenal. Sit down, man. You're not playing, man. It's looking like a shootout. I'm just here. I'm here for tears now, I'll be honest. May the best team win. Zielinski with a free kick for Roma. Could Roma nick it? Could Roma nick it right at the death? Ball in. It's delivered. No. It's not that kind of party. It's put back in. Put back. Oh, no. Hey, there's a head injury. Ref. Brother, is this ref looking? 2 men are down holding their heads. What's going on, ref? You take it too long to assess that. You're right next to it as well. Well, I'm lying about 2 man. It looks like it looked like head injuries from that angle, but 2 men are down. What are you doing, ref? He's bringing out yellows as well. Ivan Toney's still out here betting. That's all I would say. This ref definitely got the hookup. Definitely got the hookup. Doing way too much. Way too much. Right. Come on, ref, man. Just get the penalties done now, man. This is long. Man's still down for Roma. Nothing's going on. So who's winning? Boy, anyone? I don't even know. I don't know who's good at penalties from either team. It's the luck of the draw now. So whatever keeper wants to be a hero. And again, that not that I want to plug Uncle E is cool. Not that he needs plugs, but I want to plug other platforms. But that Martinez interview, I think he did with Ian Wright, it sticks out because he said psychological stuff in the penalty shootout. Sometimes, depending on when you take one, it's best to go through down the middle because keepers don't want to look stupid early doors. Obviously, if you don't dive, you're going to look dumb. So, yeah. There's been a lot more stoppages in actual football. Big up Jose Mourinho, but you know what time it is? This just needs to go to pens and be done now. Amen, Tons. Well, we're going to have more added on time because it's 5 minutes played at the 6, but for at least the last 2.5 minutes, this lad from Sevilla has been down. And it looks like there will be another sub coming on. See, you wouldn't come on for me. I hate guys like this. Extra time, you're fixing up your shin pads. You're not coming on. You're not coming on. You're not coming on, taping up shin pads, and you should be ready all the time to do this. You never play for my team again. Ain't got time for that. You're not serious. You stay ready. You have to get ready. I hate seeing players fumble with socks and hairbands and shin pads. Put all that crap on. The hell is this about? Did they want a penalty shot? I don't know, man. It's the most painful 66 minutes I've ever watched. Crazy. Roma, Sevilla, one must die in it. Bit extreme. Like, it's a football game, bro. Chill, bro. Come on, man. Roll this guy off the pitch and let's go get on with the game, man. The Sevilla player stepped on the Roma player's leg and then he fell on his own man tick. Bro, it's WWE now, isn't it, really? You can't trust a man with a man bun. Dark art specialist. Who's the guy for Sevilla in the suit? Because he's not the manager and he's about all the time. Like, what does he do? Couldn't tell you how long it's going to be added on. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, this guy, if you're watching the game, who is that? Seeing him in every shot. Who is that? Like, what does he do? Would have been a cold final if Arsenal and United played. Both teams bottled it, innit? We crumbled against Sporting Lisbon, man, and crumbled against Sevilla. It might have been an unbearable time in my WhatsApp groups, on Twitter, on everything, though. The antics has carried this game. Yeah. Football hasn't really been the talking point. Like, come on, come off the pitch, man. Referee's boying it, man. He's been subbed. Mercato taking a million years to... Bro, you know the game's actually been stopped. Like, you're going to have to do this now. I hope for your sake, Mercato, you make no mistakes and you score a penalty. Taking forever with them shin pads. Fernando doing up dead leg as well. Players are finished. And it's sad, you know, it's kind of mad. I swear, forgive me if I'm wrong. Sevilla season is not finished. I'm sure that La Liga is not done yet. I could be lying. No, it's not done. They play on the 4th of June. And that's it done. It's done on Sunday. So play. It's got to be expected. Making us wait an extra 3 minutes. We're now into the 8th minute of the added on 6. Acting up on the sidelines has got Jordan on the pitch. And to be fair, that could be a smart one with potentially penalties now. Come on, man. Just hurry up, man. Bono organizes his wall. Criminal, man. Criminals, Marcel. DG ready for the Mount Neymar combo. Make sure you get Neymar, you know. It's a shame we're going to have to agenda him the minute he signs the... Be nice to see in the Prem, though, if I can't agenda Neymar, man. Big Neymar fan, it is what it is. Zielinski over this set piece. Come on, lad. Where I'm feeling now, just because Roma have a set piece in a dangerous area, I want to see Sevilla tears. Just like if the shoe was on the other foot. Ball into the box by Roma. Punched out by Bono. Decent delivery. Strong parry. Ibanez, Clam absolutely taken out. Surely that's... Is that Lameno on the second yellow? Surely. Was that Lameno? Because he's continued to just keep fouling, man. I could be wrong. Who was that? The camera angle was terrible. He's made no attempt to play the ball there, ref. And he's on the yellow. And he's been doing that on the... Listen, Lameno, I rate it, but... How many times until someone gets a second yellow? Has my mind play... Surely my mind's playing tricks on me because that looked pretty much like Lameno in the replay. And now it's given to against a campo. Someone on the sidelines for Roma has been booked by Mr. Taylor as well. It's almost midnight in Budapest. You know, game should have been wrapped up time ago, even with pens. It's static about the Mount transfer. Just shows, you know what? It shows people dealing with rivals because if he goes to Liverpool, linked with Arsenal and a fainting in United, and you're going to sell Kovacic to City, and obviously we've bought a couple of players of Chelsea now. Well, one in Jorginho. We've obviously got a couple of City. Maybe everyone's going to start dealing with each other because slightly, this is the only market you can sell players at decent fees, inflated fees, whether it's because of their contracts or whatnot, really. Another free kick to Roma in a dangerous area. Could be heartbreak. Could be heartbreak. Oh, boss case. It's a corner. It's a corner. Roma almost nicked it. It's a good ball by the young man. Boy. Zielinski over this corner now. Seems to have the right over set pieces for Roma. Delivers another one to the back post. Smalling keeps it like, oh, it's hit the crossbar. How, bro? How? How have you not kept that in? Yeah, everyone against except Spurs, man. Crazy. Come, ref, man. You're doing too much now, please. We've done our 100 odd minutes and 11. Bro, we're into the 11th minute of the added on 6. Mazza. Ocampos, that touch was horrible, but he styled it as a pass. It's knocked into the channels. And it's penalties time. Tears the clock. Got very good delivery. I don't know how that was missed. To be fair, the one in the second half, of normal time should have been bagged. So I won't get onto him too much. Obanes, whatever his name is, should have been banging it into the back of the net. Got to take those opportunities there. Penalties now, you can't imagine. You'd imagine everybody knows who can take the penalties in their teams. It comes down to if you're confident. If you're not necessarily, you can be the best penalty taker. If you're not confident, probably best to say, tell the gaffers so you don't have to take one. Wait. Keepers are going to make themselves a hero. On-field players are potentially going to make themselves zeros. Feel sorry for you lot, but I want to see tears, man. I wonder if Roma wish they had Tammy and potentially Mr. Dybala on the pitch. Still waiting for these penalties to commence, folks. Hopefully they commence sooner rather than later. Oh, sorry, folks, just finding some Arsenal news to speak about in the next video that I'll record after this before I call it a day. Good. I feel a miss. Whoever takes it first, balls are still, man. Roma will win, I guess. I assume you're saying. I want United to sign him instead of Mount. To be honest, the English quota thing is a pain. I have no idea who's good at pens or how good the goalies are at saving them. Guess we're all going to find out. These refs from Prem, I can't rate it. This match was destined for pens from the semi-final. Draw was made. To be fair, you're right. Come on, people, please, man. We've seen enough of these team huddles. As an Arsenal fan, I've had enough of watching teams do huddles. Big up Zinchenko and that. Just take the pens and do the business on the pitch. Someone's going to be happy. Tears of joy and tears of despair are going to be flowing everywhere. So bring it on. Longest wait for pennies of my life. Ref's doing a lot, man. He's done a lot. He's ruining it. Took a pen last power league, straight down the middle. Scored. To be fair, I wouldn't want to be supervised if Prem start doing. I wouldn't be surprised, I think you mean, if Prem start doing business with each other. Makes sense in Italy, does it all the time. Both have decent goalies. But hey, gonna have to show it now, innit? Enough time for chattings. Now time to get it done. No excuses. Both teams, well, Sevilla have done well to come from behind and claw it back. If they are to lose, maybe they potentially think about how the game started, the chances they failed to create, and the chances they probably didn't take for their domination. I do think Sevilla are probably the team that had the more possession during the 90 minutes. For Roma, foot taking off the gas after they scored. Yeah, Bono had a good World Cup. So it all depends, man. More than anything, obviously you got to be able to take a pen. You need to be able to score it in it, but it's now a psychological thing more than anything. Like me personally, I would only be trying to take a pen if you know when it gets to it, you have to. I would be putting my hand up. I can't lie to you. The goal starts getting smaller, nerves start out. I'm not on the pen thing at all. As I always say, the same story. If you went Winchmore from 06 to 011, you remember when we got to the final against Kingsmead and we won on pens. Mr. Lupino was like, "Did you take a pen? Obviously, CJ, take a pen. I was like, "No, what do you mean take a pen? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm only taking it if I have to." And I started getting even more shook because that final was crazy because all the players, sorry to hot people up, Shy. No, not Shy. Clifford, Kobe, you lot scared me because you lot were our first 2 pen takers. You both missed, and you're 2 of the best players in the team. So we could raw. All the rebounds scored. And thankfully, Kingsley bottled it as well. Certain man used to play for Watford, smashing it over the bar and that. Yeah, academy stuff. Did they help you there? Did it, mate? Get out of here with all that bullshit. But 2 of them used to actually. But I mean nothing though. I hated doing penalties, to be honest. It's Pete. Ocampos is stepping up first, people. Can he score? Can he pull it in? Up against Rui Patricio. The harshest way to decide a final on us, people. Finally here at penalties. Ocampos ready. How confident is he? Ocampos straight down the middle, I bet. Oh, he's disrespectful. That's, hey, man, look the other way. That's it. It sends the keeper the wrong. That was wavy. Hey, that was lit. Man done the 1 step, looked as well before. Hey, that was lit. That was lit. He's definitely practiced that a billion times. That was lit. That's a very confident way to take the first pen. Crescente, you're looking crazy, man. You're not looking confident. I hope this is a poker face. You're not looking confident. You are not looking confident, lad. I don't know how much you want it. First penalty take up for Roma steps up, folks. Really bad. Surely straight down the middle. Casante. Ooh, good penalty. Good penalty. Same bottom left. Keeper's right as the first one. Smashed it. And that's why they tell you go hard and low. Because even if the keeper guesses the right way, you have half a chance. And to be brutally honest, Bono's close to it. He slightly jumped over it. Lamena. Next. You're an Spurs, man. I hope you miss. I can't lie, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. You probably won't miss. But it'd be lovely if you did. You're going to try to do the mad thing. It's not going to bang. You won't do it. You won't do it. No, come on, Patricio. It's a good pen. He went the right way. You could have saved that. It's cool. Everyone else can miss and score freely. Good pen from Lamena, to be fair with you. Patricio, come on, brother. Boy. Smash the like button if you haven't already, folks. Who's that stepping up? Mancini. You look like you might do too much. Captain. Well, wearing the armband now. It's been rotated quite a lot. Are you going to try to do the power smashing thing? Oh, you're not on it. You're not on it. Bono saves the first pen of the night. Mancini misses. Sevilla fans, Sevilla coaching staff looking to the heavens. He's tried to go down the middle, but it's not hit it well enough. And Bono's actually dived the wrong way, and he saved it with his feet. Boy, some madness. Rakitic steps up. Won it before 2015, forgive me if I'm wrong. MSN season with Barcelona. Prodigal son of Sevilla from Croatia. Can the captain score? Rakitic, normal. Keeper wrong way, normal. That's why he's one of the best midfielders there's been at a time. Normal. That's why he's had the career. Just like the Undertaker streak, Jose's final streak is looking like it might be done unless something mad can happen. And what a comeback this would be. Sevilla are bookie in this competition, man. This is their cup. Sevilla in the driving seat. Ibanez, you're not on it. 3-1 to Sevilla currently. Ibanez, you're going to miss. You won't do it. To be fair, it'd be nice if you score. Your lip, but his lip, that's going to hurt in the morning, you know. You won't do it. You look like a man to shoot that wide. You look scared, man. You look scared. This run-up is dodgy. See, you look scared. You're shook. See, you're shook. Hit the post. That was dead. These fugazi run-ups. Bono don't even have to say that. You're gone, Roma. You're meaty. The tears. You know where you get the figure your throat pause. The tears are loaded, is it? You're both doing the dance. And you hit the post. If you're going to do the dancing thing, you have to score. Bono went the right way, to be brutally honest. The post is saved. Oh, no. He's got a slight hand on it and he's tipped onto the post. Shout out, Bono. Really? Boy. Roma have missed their last 2 penalties. Sevilla have scored all 3 of theirs. This is now their 4th. I swear this is the winning pen. If they score this, I swear Sevilla have won this. Oh! Hey, Patricio, that's a very big save. Keeper read that. Keeper read that very easily. Didn't choreograph that at all. Didn't disguise that at all. Could see exactly what you wanted to do with it. Meady, strong hand. That was horrible. To be fair, shout out them. Because if they've had the balls to put their hands up and say we're taking penalties, boy, I agree with you though. The centre-backs, that's crazy. Penalty kick review. Oh, Sevilla paid the UEFA fees. Rah. You caught life. You caught life. You better score. Encroachment, allegedly. He caught life. The penalty will be retaken. You caught life. God said, yeah, I'm going to give you a chance today. Don't mess it up. Make sure you score that. And he makes sure he scores that. And surely have Sevilla won this now? I swear Sevilla have won it. Yes, Sevilla have won it. Sevilla have won the Europa League. Jose Mourinho's Undertaker European Cup final streak is done. Congratulations to Sevilla. They've come back from behind. Brian Gill joins a long list of players that have left Tottenham Hotspur and won trophies. The fans of Sevilla running onto the pitch here in Hungary, I believe. Tears from Belotti. Listen, there's winners and losers in life. And for someone like Jose, that's 1-1-1. Sometimes you have to lose. Credit to Sevilla for coming from behind. This is their competition. They have heritage. All the players are getting batted up for their shirts. Tears and all that. To be fair, Roma, you only got yourselves to blame. You went a goal ahead and you crumbled. Ibanez, I feel sorry for you. Miss pen, boss lip, mad thing. But the game's the game, man. Damn. Boss case, oi. That right back caught life. He caught life. And credit to Rakitic and Navas, players who have, you know, for a long couple of years now, be ingrained in the history of Sevilla, left the club and returned home. Poor Jose, but the game's the game, man. Penalties, it goes either way. But Roma only have themselves to blame. They scored, they sat back too much. Sevilla deserve it. But it'd be fantastic from them and their gaffer. And for them, what? That gets them European football next season. As someone said, that comes 11th. They came 11th, sorry. I swear your reward is in the Champions League. They're in the champs now. Boy, Sevilla win 4-1 on penalties. People finished 1-1 during 90. They're different. Football heritage. And out of the 3 finals Italian clubs have qualified for, the first opportunity for European silverware, Roma have failed. Can Fiorentina do better? All right, the ball is crying. Are you won the World Cup? Stop acting, man. The game's the game, man. The game's the game, man. Boy, tears of joy from Navas. Tears of sorrow from the baller. The baller thought he was lit when he scored. Stop crying, blood. Roma fans cry. Look at her, look at her. Welcome to football, darling. You can't win all the time, you know. You won last year, man. You won a trophy last year. It's calm. On a serious note, though, man, it's harsh. It's the hard. You know, listen, Arsenal, we went out to Sport Lisbon. It's the harshest way, the harshest possible way to win or lose a game. Sevilla deserve it. Come back from behind. I think the substitutions worked very well. Mad thing. Spanish team's different gravy in this competition. Different gravy. Different gravy. So, yeah, with that being said, people, we've been here for far too long. I'm gonna love and leave you lot. We're definitely doing a watch along for the FA Cup final on Saturday. Make sure you're watching all the vids on YouTube and that. Any talking points, you know, I'll get them out for you. But on that note, you lot stay blessed. It's been a long day. It's time for me to check off. One love.
There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like.